Okay. So, I guess I don't know. You're DY. I think I know. I think they know who you are, but I'm here with DY. DY, you can introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm DY. And I play Granblue. I stream Granblue. Okay. I make some YouTube content sometimes.
Yeah.
I guess. And yeah, I guess I mostly focus on more educational stuff. For me, that's where my interests lie. And I am mainly focused on wind and water are my two main elements. Recently fire. I say recently, but it was last year now. But yeah,
you did go primal in it, right?
I went primal in fire because Wamdis released, and Wamdis is one of my favorite characters.
Oh, that's fair. And Wamdis is really good, so
yes, so it worked out very well actually. Yeah. It was the push. Like, I've been looking towards going to Agni even before Wamdis, but mainly to farm wind things easier, to be honest. But Wamdis was like an impetus, I suppose.
That's fair. Okay, well, they know who I am, so, but I guess I'll introduce them for your side. I'm AJT 500 / Challenger Track 98 / Heloise Wonderwise / Hilo, and I'm an Earth Fiend, but I'm also a Giga Whale, so I play everything. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So all right, so for these, I usually go over like weapons, characters, and summons, and I just talk about like what could be useful in the guild war and for like different stuff. And I guess do you want to try and do setups before or after the thing? I've never actually done setups before. I think
it will just happen as we talk about weapons or characters and stuff.
Okay, right? That's fair. All right, so
yeah, I'll you start wherever you want, and then I'll
Okay. All right, I'll start with weapons first. Now, usually what I do with these is I start with the latest grand, but for this one in particular, I actually want to start with the Versusia weapon because I think this thing's like giga busted, and it's gonna make some changes to this guild war that we haven't seen before. So like you can
it's already minus like a couple of buttons in most setups.
Yeah. So like you can say like, go ahead. Yeah. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, like, I haven't tested the CA stuff with the CA key for NM250 yet, but in the order of setups alone, so anything 200 and below, it's already made relatively significant changes. Yeah.
I think. Do you think it's like? I mean, I guess it's a lot of stuff, to be honest. it's the fact that it's like a whole extra key plus like the supplemental plus like the echoes. Like, there's just a lot of stuff that plays into like different setups. Whether it's
very grid efficient at the end of the day.
Yeah,
it replaces Ultima, and Ultima was mostly a useless slot for anything other than the Seraphic and for wind specifically. I would say for auto setups, like, we don't do skill damage in this element, so in auto teams, so the auto cap could have always just been on the Opus. So you really only run this Ultima weapon for Seraphic. And the other annoying thing about Wind is that all of our auto characters do not share the same proficiency.
Yeah.
So Nara is different from Galleon, which is different from Romp or Sumo, right? Like, none of these overlap. Neo's Harp, Vampy's Staff, like Staff Galleon, like that's the only one that matches.
Yeah.
So really, you could only justify running Katana to help Nara cap in the past. Yeah. So it was one slot for this Seraphic weapon that helped Nara cap, which is important, and also gave you a cap up, which often didn't matter because you could have just put it on your Opus anyways. But this weapon replaces Ultima in the normal attack setups and gives you a bigger Seraphic mod on top of an extra source of echo and supplement, which is obviously massive.
Now, I do think the one weakness to this weapon in comparison to the Ultima that I've noticed so far is TA. I know you guys have like Vampy that can give you TA for burst stuff, but have you run into like any TA issues dropping your Ultima so far?
Not yet, no. Nothing yet. Maybe for some alternative setups, but at the moment, like for example, if we're looking at anything from 95 above, setups all call Owlcat, and Owlcat is what, 50 TA or something.
Yeah.
So that alone covers a lot of your TA, especially since the Exalto weapon is also TA. So the grid itself has 47.
Oh yeah, must be nice.
So 47 plus 50, we're basically at 100. Like along with base TA rates of each character, you're going to be at 100. So even Anila, who in the past would be fixed with something like Summer Tiamat, we don't have room for Summer Tiamat, but that's okay now because we don't need it.
Yeah. You want to see an Earth party with these new weapons? Let me show you the TA in this. It's pretty sick. It's like this, right? Can you spot the TA?
A certain stat seems to be missing.
So going.
Where's your Medusa weapon?
Oh, right there. We have
there.
HP.
Where's the Fandango on that? What happened?
Well, I don't know, man. This LATiki sucks. But anyway, we're not talking about that one. So, but yeah, okay. So that's good then. I honestly forgot. I forgot about the Owlcat poll, and I low-key forgot about the Fandango on the wind thing. So I guess you guys are just kind of good.
Yeah.
Then
so Fandango covers that, and then Owlcat covers that, and even in setups where you don't do that, like you said, Vamp PS2 is a thing, which is 50 TA, I think.
Yeah.
And the grid is like 50 TA, so once again, that's covered. And in the unlikely situation where none of that exists, then Summer Tiamat is still there. Although I haven't seen any Summer Tiamat setups, or I haven't had a situation where I need that yet.
Good.
And a lot of wind characters just have guaranteed TA too. Or ways to give TA. So Vampy gives TA, Neo gives TA, and then Galleon, Naru have innate TA. So there's things like that, yeah.
Well, okay. So I guess, do you have anything else to say about this weapon?
About this weapon? I don't know if you've talked about the different keys. Have you talked much about like skill CA?
No. Nah, so I know I hounded you about it to get the math out, but I guess what do you want to say about them? I haven't really spoken about anything.
Yeah, I haven't really spoken too much like alone on this. I've mentioned it here and there, but basically the way I see this weapon for the third key in particular is that the third key CA is extremely strong if you are Ogi looping. And if you're Ogi looping, I think there is no way that anything beats that CA key. Because I forget what was the math we came up with. It was like 140 hits or something.
Yeah, because that thing
you
need
140 hits. Yeah. Because so to just like go over it, I guess, since we're talking about it properly, this weapon gives echo on autos and on Ogis. So the third key gives supplement on either your autos, your CAs, or your skills, right? The CA value and the auto value are effectively doubled because of the echo. So at the moment, let me get the numbers properly so I don't say the wrong numbers. So the destroyer weapons, the auto key value is 20k, which is effectively 40,000 because it gives echo. The Ogi supplement is 300k, which is effectively 600k because again there's echo here. And then the skill supplement is 30,000, which is not doubled, right? Because there is no form of echo for skills. And what this amounts to basically is that you need a stupid amount of hits in an Ogi setup to beat Ogi Key. Okay. So Ogi Key is extremely strong if you are Ogi looping. In the context of Guild War, this might be relevant for NM250 when we might be doing Ogi setups. I think that really just comes down to whether there will be a viable auto or a Swan match team.
Mm-hmm.
It's just going to come down to whether those are good enough or not. So yeah, Ogi Key looks really good. And then on a similar note, Auto Key seems to be much better than Skill Key as well. Once again, just due to the numbers alone. And so far from everything that I've looked at for wins specifically, and I looked at Fire as well for like a PBHL team, Auto Key seems significantly better than Skill. And the only time I could see it being better was a Swan team, where 2 characters don't auto attack.
Yeah.
So
I think I saw Sheep.
It was
go ahead, finish your thought.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, so Skill just number wise seems at the moment not really viable for a lot of teams, even though some teams like Fire still have a lot of skill hits. It's just not enough compared to how many auto hits you do.
Yeah, I saw Sheep on Twitter. He's like a Fire guy, and he had tested some stuff for PBHL, and I think he had originally started doing the skill key because he thought there would be enough hits, and then he had tested the auto one, and like it is pretty close for that one for like PBHL, but I think the auto still ended up winning by like a little.
Is this
little
Utatane Sheep?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So Utatane Sheep, unless there was a new tweet recently, they said they actually run the skill key, and the only reason they do is because they need the auto cap key on the Opus for multi-attack.
Well, see, yeah, there's another tweet. They made another one, so I'll show you.
Oh, they made another one? Okay.
Yeah, I can actually
link it to me.
Because pretty much what he came to the conclusion was, I came to the same conclusion too after I saw Rezi in my Discord talking about it, but essentially he just gave up on the TA in general. Because essentially...
Yes, I was actually... Yeah, I was thinking this because like I think the expected value of having just higher auto numbers, like just higher damage overall on average is better than sometimes missing that TA. Exactly. When your TA rate's like 95 or something already.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right, so the protagonist has 72 TA, is at 82. Okay, it's actually a bit lower than I thought, but yeah. I think this is the grid that Moa was running too. They were running Icarus, so yeah.
Yeah.
But pure number-wise, just supplement from this weapon in both setups, because I actually calculated this. It is 5.28 million supplement on normal attack key from the Vesusia weapon. And if you change that to skill, then it's 2.1528. So it's almost double the amount of supplement damage if you go to auto key.
Yeah. I don't know.
And this is assuming 7 cinched on the boss as well. So it was favorable to skill.
Yeah. I wonder if they care or not. Because I feel like, I don't know, when I first saw the keys, I was like skill looks mad good. But like,
I put skill in first too.
Yeah. Like when we were still doing like our original runs, I ran skill for a hot minute, and it's just like, but then it just, I guess people started thinking about it more, and it was like, it's not nearly as good.
We didn't know numbers at the start. Like, yeah, nobody put in CA key because nobody wanted to quote unquote waste a key, right?
Yeah.
So we got the CA numbers last as well.
Yeah. I think also a lot of people just wanted the special CA cap on the Opus for CA. Yep. So people were kind of sticking with that instead.
I think they're okay with this, mainly because as we get more characters, there's going to be characters that do a lot of skill damage or like skill hits. And at the end of the day, the skill key is the one that is most universal too.
Yeah.
So like if you want to just put a key in and sort of forget about it, skill will work on both normal attack most of the time and CA teams. Whereas if you put CA on your Vesusia weapon, and then I want to do like a wind burst setup, then suddenly it's like, all right, I have to go change it.
Yeah. I have one question from somebody in the chat room. They wanted to know, first of all, I can tell you that they don't stack, by the way. The Ultima Opus and the Destroyer are all the same thing, but like you can only use one of the same thing on each. So you can essentially get all 3 keys though. But they were asking, how does the Destroyer key compare to the Opus one? So I guess they're saying what's the supplemental versus the special CA cap. I will say one thing that I know a lot of people are running the skill damage. Well, first of all, the normal attack one still has the multi-attack rate if you need the multi-attack rate. But I know a lot of people, including myself, have started trying to use the skill cap one on the Opus actually for the hit rate so that debuffs don't miss in Mersucia, or that they miss less. So that's one reason why some people are using skill over the CA there and then running the CA on the Destroyer. But I don't know about actual numbers between the special CA cap and the supplemental CA.
So we're talking about second key at the moment?
Yeah, so second key on Opus, or, well, I guess just Opus, because that's the only one that gets special CA, or third key on the Destroyer weapon. So essentially the 300k supplemental CA versus the, 5% special CA cap on the Opus. I don't really know which one's better.
I mean, from Wynn's perspective, it's just you run CA on the Vasucia weapon, and then you run skill on the Opus.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm doing.
Or CB. I forget what CB does, but yeah, I've just put skill on it just because I don't want to swap keys around really.
Yeah, same. Yeah, that's also another reason. Like swapping the keys, like, it's kind of a joke, but at the same time, it's also something that I use for, because the thing about it is, like, if you keep, let's say for example, you want auto on your Destroyer for normal stuff, but you want Ogi on it for Vasucia, well, you already have to swap those keys. But if you just keep skill on the Opus, then you don't have to swap that for either, because you can just take it between both.
You can be more economical that way.
Yeah. So that's another reason.
Kenyon says special CA cap does nothing unless you're hitting 30.1 million orders. Yeah, that's true. But oftentimes we're hitting above that now.
Yeah.
Like on Wind, MC is hitting that very easily. CT hits way above that. So yeah. But like I said, for Winds, you would be putting the CA key on the Vasucia, so you wouldn't be getting extra special cap anyways.
Yeah.
By putting the second key on the CA key on the Opus.
Yeah.
So not really a consideration for us at the moment.
I would say it's pretty much, now that you bring that up, that's probably the same for like Earth right now too. At least assuming we get Ogi Impalement, at least until then, because usually the only person that might hit that hard cap is like MC or Octo. Nobody else really hits it consistently. So nobody else really gets that special CA. But okay, so anything else to say about the Destroyer weapon?
Vasucia weapon? No, not really. You'll just expect to see auto key, and if CA, like if RF ends up being a thing for NM250 again, then expect to see CA key there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, yeah, I think most of the time just run auto. The rare situation, like at the moment, Swan is the least tested thing because it's annoying to test, firstly, and it's sort of, it really depends on what the boss does. So if Swan is good, then skill key you'll see as well, just because like there's nobody auto attacks.
Actually, I have one question since I have you here. I've been thinking about this, but I haven't. I don't play a Wind enough to even know where to test this in. But do you think this could be a Sumaibito main hand instead of the Raphael Fist? Do you think? Okay.
Already got a setup with it, yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it's the best, but it is. I can show it to you since we're on the topic.
Okay. Because I was just thinking about it, because I know the Raph Fist is good, but...
So, this is here, right? Sumo needs 18 buffs, essentially, right? I'll just go into a thing with it. So, if we click all our stuff that gives MC buffs, if we check MC's buffs, they're at 16, right? Which is not enough. Sumo needs 18. And Galleon's one-time buffs do not count for this because it calculates how many buffs you have after you attack.
Oh, okay.
So 16 minus 2, we're at 14. So we're missing 4. The way we get our 4 currently in this team is by auto-attacking, because Raphael gives 4 buffs after you normal attack.
Oh, okay.
The weapon itself here, this line, after normal attacks boost Wind Allied's attack, multi-attack rate, which is 2 buffs, and then supplement. And Sumo calculates after your normal attack, so what happens after this. So basically, by doing this, we get to do the Sumo nuke. And we will have 18 buffs. So that's fulfilled in this way, in this particular team. 18 buffs, as you can see.
Yeah.
If you do this, Vampy, during buffs, like Guild War Aces, so attack, defense, FO, that's 3 extra lines.
Ain't no way, bro.
That's 3 extra lines. And in that case, once again, this will go -2 down to 15, plus 3 from the Aces.
That's so
the main benefit of this is that you get a quote-unquote stronger grid.
Yeah.
Because you get +1 like extra thing. Now this was before I was testing Neo, like just a moment ago from Quattro's new video, and I think Neo's actually better than Vampy now. So I don't think there's actually much reason to do this anymore. Because if you think about Neo, I guess we're switching topics a little bit, but if you think about Neo, her S3 is the only skill we're clicking in the setup. But this S3 is giving more than it says because it has her domain buff, which is the supplement now. But it also gives 120 crit, 100% chance to crit, which is essentially Echo, because Naru has a passive that gives Echo if you crit to the entire team. So her S3, which doesn't say it gives Echo, now gives Echo because of Naru. In the past, this didn't matter because it was A-sided, and you would run Echo Key with it in these grids. Now we run Extremity, so having an extra source of Echo is really powerful. So if you compare Neo and Vampy, Vampy has like slightly higher overcap, but Neo gives you so much extra raw, as well as a bunch of overcap too. So it, like I think Neo is just better. So unless you just don't want to buy a Raphael Fist, but you have Vesusia 5-star for some reason, then I think you just run the Neo setup for this. This is a 150 team at the moment. So yeah.
This is why you guys didn't get an Echo weapon, by the way.
This is why we didn't get Echo. Yeah, probably. It would be hard to fit in, honestly. It would be hard to fit in.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right.
That's the Vesusia main hand topic, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, that was way more informative than I thought it was going to be. So thank you.
No worries. Yeah. Basically, Raphael's buff lines is very important for Sumo at the moment.
Yeah.
Like, not even his third skill, which you might think is more important, because we're cutting Orologia 1 now because Vesusia weapon gives so much damage.
Okay. All right. So if you don't have anything else to say about this one, we'll move on to the next weapon.
Sure.
So I talked about not getting Echo, but you guys did get something else. You got what I said you guys were gonna get, which was the skill one. Everybody wanted to sell you guys Ogi, and I was like, they're not getting Ogi, they're getting skill. I knew you guys were gonna get skill. So
yeah, Fire got it with the Pastel, the Kuvira weapon. So I always thought we would get the skill one as well, because we have the Galleon Harp, which is exactly the same.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because I remember there was a stream you had months ago where someone had asked you, like, this was when we had way less impalements, and you were talking about like some people got seasonal ones and some people got grand ones, and I think we had come to pretty much the exact same conclusion, but it's just funny how our minds are different because you had like all these analytics and I just had like pure feeling. I was just guessing because I guessed this one and I guessed the dark one, and I also said that water and earth were gonna get something weird, which were I think it's like the Ilsa weapon and the Siegfried weapon is kind of like our like auto attack impalements as opposed to the Ogi ones that we're probably gonna get.
Yeah.
So
I didn't think they would do Ogi impalement, to be honest.
Yeah, we had a lot of talks on mine that I didn't think they'd do it either.
But Ogi Echo's strong.
Yeah, that was one of the things we said. We said the only way they were going to do it is if they changed something with echoes that we hadn't seen before. And that's what they did, was gave it echoes. So, but okay, so how are you feeling about this? I know this weapon does like practically nothing for Rhomphaia, but full auto and like high level Ogi stuff.
Yeah, so before this banner came out, when everyone was thinking Metera Grand, and we were talking about the topic of impalement, I was like, chat was asking me, hey, DY, which one would you rather? And now I was sort of torn because auto, like Bastet weapon, helps normal attack teams, whereas skill helps literally everything else.
Yeah.
But it doesn't help normal attack teams. Because once again, when normal attack teams just don't do skill damage. So yeah, it was hard to choose. I do think, looking at elements like fire, skill is overall the quote unquote best. Because like you can use it in both setups, assuming you get characters for them.
Yeah.
Like you can use them in normal attack teams, like if you get characters like Whamdus or use Mana Diver. Or you can use them in CA teams because a lot of good CA teams deal a lot of skill damage too.
Yeah.
So I think for the future, the skill is fine, and yeah, I'm happy with it. I guess it's just disappointing that we don't get to use it in all of our setups at the moment. But I guess that's a good thing for me because I didn't get the second copy.
That's fair. Yeah. I'm pretty much the same way, where I feel like the skill one's kind of the best, because the thing I always say is just essentially every element wants skill anyway. So even if you don't have this one, you're still using skill for most of your stuff anyway. So this just essentially allows you to save grid space, and then you can do other stuff that other elements can't. Like I still have to use like World Ender and Earth, so I have to like somehow work that in with all my other weapons. But you guys got kind of just get to bypass that. And besides the stuff that is just auto based, you could just use this in both sides, like you said. So I like this one the
Grid
most.
Space
too.
is tricky, I think, with this, because like if we're running, you want to put the Exalto weapons in, but they're like normal attack based for wind, and then you want to put skill damage in, and then you want to put in like Vortex or Clam. So like Grid Space is becoming quickly an issue. Vesusia definitely helped with that because it saves you like a slot.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing that you can't just chuck in everything in a grid. I think that's boring anyways. I think it's good that you have to pick and choose.
Yeah.
So yeah. And in Win's case, I think it's very clear at the moment, like what setups want Metera Bow and what setups don't. So yeah. Currently this is, like I said, in everything but normal attack teams. Vesusia we want to run too. Full auto, depending on what team you're running, I guess. If you're skill based, then you want to run too. Yeah, it's very easy. I think if you have skill damage, put it in. If you don't, then do something else.
Pretty much. Well, that answers the one person was asking about one or two, but I think it's pretty much two. Yeah, it's pretty much two in any situation that you can run them. But I mean,
I think one is for people who didn't get a second one.
Yeah. That's fair.
Which is me at the moment. Like in my Vesusia grid, it's I'm running one at the moment, but I would drop the Galleon second copy if I had the second one. And the really important thing about the second copy is that you get to drop Sagacity from your Opus now, so you can run Supremacy there.
Yeah,
which is a big damage increase too.
That's very true. Very true. So what are you running the Ogi one right now? On what you're doing?
I'm running Sagacity on my Opus.
Oh yeah. Okay. I see what you're saying. Okay.
Because you don't cap out the value with just one Metera Bow, the skill amp. So yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
The skill stuff.
I guess, do you have anything else to say about this one? I think we've already seen this one in other Ellies, so.
Yeah, I think it just depends on how good Swan is.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, I can
honestly
segue to Swan from
yeah.
it, but yeah.
we can talk about Swan next.
Yeah, so Swan was really good last Guild War for solo setups. I only really have the perspective of solo because that's pretty much what I do in Guild War. But in solo, like, this weapon was everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember seeing it a lot.
Yeah. And if it ends up being better than expected, then Metera Bow will be extremely important for these teams. I'm obviously hoping that it's not, because I don't have a second copy.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, go ahead.
I've said this time and time again, but the annoying thing about this weapon is that there's a couple annoying things. One is that it's annoying to test. Like, your only real spot is like Yigi.
Yeah.
And Yigi has annoying triggers where she resets your skill cooldowns and things like that.
Yeah.
And
the old man.
Number two, since it's a weapon that depends on what the boss does, you really can't
prepare for it.
Like, yeah, you can't see what you're gonna do except like just count how much damage you're gonna do and like say, hey, if the boss does this exact thing, then it's gonna be fine. But I think the more important like conclusion from what I just said is that it's only good when Cygames wants it to be good.
Yeah. Because
they get to decide when it's good, because if the boss does things that are favorable to this weapon, then it's good. And then if not, then something else is better. So since this is like Raphael's like first Guild War, it's the first Guild War after like Romp rebalance, I'm personally expecting that they're going to push those a little bit more than Swan. I think Swan's going to be fine, right? But I don't think it's going to be the fastest setup this time, unlike last Guild War. Last Guild War, it was the fastest setups. This Guild War, it's looking unlikely unless you can somehow do like 2 turns with very, very low buttons.
Yeah. Yeah, I do think you guys have gotten a little bit more tools since then with like the Versusia weapon and, like you said, Romp, that they might try and sell more this time as opposed to Swan, because you guys kind of just got, because you guys, we can talk about Vane later, but Vane didn't really do anything. It was literally just like they threw you guys Swan and that was it. So
yeah, Munching said it's probably more full auto based. I think I agree with that. I think for FA setups it's going to be nice. Because yeah, Swan setups are looking to be like at the 3 turns, no summons, 3 or 4 buttons, something like that. That's what it's looking like, which amounts to about 22 seconds, I think, if I remember correctly. Whereas this is for 150. Whereas for 150, the Luchador setup, the sumo setup, sorry, that's looking to be like 16, 17 seconds.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's unlikely that Swan beats it unless we somehow get to 2 turns. So yeah, I think Swan this time is going to be mostly full auto or budget setups.
Yeah.
If you don't want to manual the sumo things or things like that.
I'm a full
Which
auto
is
gamer.
Definitely something like some people will enjoy, right? Like the Swan Guild War last year was one of the comfiest Guild Wars I've ever had.
I actually like
full auto
refresh.
Yeah.
I like seeing all the nukes go off.
Yeah. Like I think the sumo setup here, the one that I was showing earlier. So this one can also be full auto, to be honest. You just have to refresh after the tag. Well, I guess you don't have to, but if I just change these things. But oh, I don't have the summon on. Yeah, you would. Everything works here as well.
No, well, never mind. Rest in peace, Swan.
So you can full auto everything here as well. This full auto would be faster for NM152. So we're really looking at Swan full auto for 200 then, maybe, because 200 is definitely not full autoable in the manual sense. Like for the normal attacks team. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's I guess that's my thoughts on Swan.
All right. I mean, you pretty much summed up. The only thing I really have used it for is I tested it a little bit in the old man braid for like the full autos, which I kind of like in there. But
did it work? I don't think I used it.
I mean, it works, but I think the thing that's kind of strong about the Swan is that it gives the HP too, which kind of I felt a bit tankier with it, I guess. And I guess doesn't it give you something else when you use like the S1 when you use the first, yeah. So I felt kind of tankier. So even though it wasn't like faster than the Exo Sword, I felt safer with it. So I kind of like that.
Okay. What team do you run?
Good question. Well, now it's the Exo thing, but
you run Exo now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, oh no, that's something else. I think it's this. With
that looks right. Yeah.
The Exo thing now too. So, but I think I did try it with the Swan at first, but yeah. Okay. Anything else to say about that one?
About Swan? No, not really.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess just this is less about Swan, but more about Dispel in general. I don't like it's I understand why, but it's annoying that the main way we use Dispel these days is not to dispel things in HR raids.
Yeah.
It's only because the boss says, hey, use a Dispel.
Yeah.
And it's like if we actually had to dispel things, then like in HR we might be able to use like, I don't know, Fighter Origin with like Swan, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah,
since the Omen is just, hey, click Dispel 6 times, then you're not actually dispelling anything. Swan feels bad.
I honestly wonder if they'll maybe like, I feel like we're getting stronger and stronger and stronger, like in every element, like over time. I wonder, because I think one of the reasons why they don't have it like that is because they want to do like the undispellable buffs on the boss. They don't want you to just be able to cheese through the boss. But I wonder if we can get to a point where we're strong enough where they can essentially do like a both at the same time. So like you can just have an undispellable buff on the boss and have dispellable buffs. And then you kind of just have to deal with that with dispels. And then you could kind of open up setups like that.
And I think that like at the moment, a lot of the buffs or debuffs that you get or that the boss gets at the moment is when you fail omens. And they want there to be a consequence. And if you can just clarity or dispel it, then there is no consequence essentially.
Exactly.
Especially when, hey, the boss got a buff, but I dispel it and then I get more reward from dispelling. So they don't want that to happen. So I understand why it's not that way.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm not a raid designer. It's their job to figure it out. It just feels bad that I can't use one.
Yeah. All right. So there's another weapon we talk about quite a bit between the Versusia 1 and Swan 2 was Raphael Fist. So how is this going so far? It seems like you guys are using this a lot for the Sumaibido stuff.
100, yeah, so 100, 150. So basically 150 now, right? Yeah, 150 main place for Guild War. The Sumo can one-turn the boss. Just the setup I showed a couple of minutes ago. So, yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty much where you'll see this, I think. Maybe there'll be some, those Sumo meat FA setups.
Yeah.
Those are always fun. Maybe we'll see that, but yeah.
Okay. I think, honestly, we kind of already talked about what it was going to be for anyway, and like the setup, so we can kind of gloss over it.
I think just I didn't originally to this weapon because I don't have Orologia out yet. So the weapon seems to synergize extremely strong with Orologia 1 because of its third skill. Yeah, third skill.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why I didn't originally, but now with Versusia weapon, you're sort of clicking a button because Orologia S1 is slow at the end of the day. So I just thought that was interesting.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe we'll get to a point where you still need that Orologia S1, but I think you're just doing too much damage right now.
Just not an M150. So which is where you use Raphael Fist.
Yeah. Okay.
The only other place I use this weapon is Sieg full auto.
Yeah. Honestly, can we do an aside on Sieg real quick?
Worst raid in the game.
Yeah. It's like I already knew about the Neo thing where you have to take off her passive if you use her, but now it like sucks because you got the Versucio weapon and you can't even use that because it just has the echoes.
You can't use it.
So it's just like you're perpetually stuck on that raid. You just can't do anything.
Yeah, this raid basically goes against everything Granblue does to make
Yeah.
teams and characters stronger, which is adding more hits and more sources of supplemental and kappa.
Yeah.
So yeah, I actually run Grimnir. Yeah, because I don't want to swap my Neo.
Yeah, I stole your thing. Thank you.
And yeah, it didn't really matter. I could put anybody in Grimnir's spot, but I just put in Grimnir. Like the shield works very well against supplementalists. What happens at the end of the day? So yeah, my grid's the same as always. Nothing really changed. But yeah, I use it on Sumo because Sumo has less multi-attack. Or that's the original idea. I use Lucha because I didn't turn off my Sumo one.
Oh, that's fair.
So yeah, honestly, you can probably do any class that doesn't do Echo. Yeah. So yeah, it's just a really slow FA where you can't do hits, you can't do Echo, you can't do anything that we do in a turn-based game to get more damage out of a turn.
It's really annoying.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a bad raid.
Yeah. So we'll go to let's go to the Exalto. I don't really know how far we should go back because I feel like at this point, like I keep saying the same thing in like a lot of these Guild War rambles where it's like every element has PNS. It's like we all know what PNS does at this point, but I guess we can go back to the Exalto.
We can talk about PNS. I think it's interesting. It's sort of like light.
Okay, do you want to talk about that one first?
We'll talk about Exalto, PNS, and Clam all together. I think.
Okay. All right.
So Resonator. Oh, what's Wind's one called? It's not Resonator. I always call these Resonator. Valuables. Is that Wind's one?
Valuables.
I think it's Jade Valuables. Yeah, Jade Valuables.
What the heck? I mean,
yeah. So, we were testing this a moment ago, actually. And with Neo for like the 150 setup, pretty much. Wait, no. Let me go back. 3 Exalto for Wind is like almost a must if you're doing any sort of Yatima setup. Because there's no room for Ewiyar. And the only way to get to 80% is to have 3 Exalto. Yeah, I know a lot of people were wondering if that was still going to be a thing after like Raphael and then after the Impalement, if you were still going to need 3. But I guess you still do because there's just no space. You need 3 because there's no other way to hit 280. The only way this was not ever going to be a thing is if Bastet never released. Yeah. Because Bastet takes up the room of Ewiyar. Yeah. And Yatima makes it so that you need 2 uncallable summons in the other 2 slots. Which is also why Cassiopeia is looking to be really useless in Wind. So the Wind Rover summon, we're jumping all over topics, but yeah. It's okay. This is kind of fun though. Yeah, the Wind Rover summon, the only place where it's probably going to see use is maybe OTK, where you don't really need it in the first place. Yeah. And maybe some like 0-90 or some setups like that. Because Yatima makes it so that you just can't, you don't have room for these things. You can't drop Judgment. You can't drop Raphael. So Belial and Summer Belial are not callable, and cuts is free damage with Summer Belial. So yeah, you guys are Cassiopeia. I will be surprised if I see a lot of setups with it. I'll be honest. Yeah. I'm expecting like maybe 1 or 2, maybe a Swan setup or something like that. That's about it. I guess since we're jumping anyway, for Cassiopeia, I guess how do you feel about that? Because I feel like people are kind of maybe torn on it. I guess in my head, I guess I haven't seen too many people talk about it, but I know when they first started happening, like the Rebirth series, people were like, oh, well, this is the death of Belial. And then we started to realize that you didn't always drop Belial, but you kind of still do want them in some scenarios. And then I know a lot of people are strapped for
sunlight stone, so it's like now you kind of need Belial and you want the rebirth because sometimes you may use it, sometimes you may not. So like, how do you feel about them not like completely power creeping Belial, but still being like useful sometimes, but not all the time, I guess?
So I always like more options. So I like that there is situational Belial, and I do actually like that it is clearly better in some elements compared to others. Like, what's Fire's one called again? Soul Invoker. Soul Invoker is like way better than any other elements at the moment, right? And it's purely because of Wambus. So I think having those differences across elements makes each element feel unique. And ultimately, I think that is having that variety or choice is interesting.
Yeah.
So yeah, I guess that's my stance, I suppose, on it. At the moment, I think like Fire, Water feel very good. I don't know how you feel about it in Earth.
It's like, I don't know. It's kind of rough because it really depends on what's happening. Because I think the biggest like it's pretty much always a gain for us. But the question is, like we don't have like any like summon issues like you guys do, where it's like we can't use it for certain setups or something like that, because we don't usually do like the Optima main or anything like that. The main thing for us is just mostly, are we gonna stay in the 80% HP? Because it's like we're dealing with like dots from hunting, we're dealing with minus 30% from held in him. So it's like pretty much it's good if as long as we can kill the boss. Or like when I use it in my Leviathan Mare setup, and towards the end we usually drop out of the HP threshold for it, so it kind of goes away. But I kind of need the boost for like the first like 5-ish turns, as opposed to Belial, to get in the right spot to actually kill the boss when I need to. So like it's still situationally useful even if you drop out of the 80% sometimes. So
yeah, and I think that choice is what makes it interesting.
Yeah.
So I don't view it as like, hey, it's like I think I had similar questions when it first came out. Like, how do I feel that like it just replaces this? And I think the answer here is that it doesn't replace it. So that's what makes it a little interesting.
Yeah. So
that's what I think about it. And I think it's very cool that like for some elements like wind, it just feels completely useless at the moment. Yeah. Just because of how our teams are constructed, the fact that we play in enmity. So yeah, having that dichotomy I think is cool.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess going back to Clam, Pianist and Exalto. So yes. I can't remember what you were talking about with Clam at the start.
Yeah, so we run 3 Exaltos, right? So our grid is locked at the moment to 3 Exaltos. Opus is in, Vesusia is in. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weapons taken up. We'll say our main weapon slot is always taken up too, whether that's Raph Fist or Romp. So that leaves 4 weapon slots left in the grid. Those 4 at the moment is some combination of Vortex, Gale Wing, and Clam for stamina setups. We'll get to enmity later, but for now, it's one of those 4. It's a combination of those 3 weapons. From what I've tested with Neo today, dropping Gale is better than dropping a Clam.
Really?
Yes. And it was a significant difference, actually.
It's because you're using the special cap. Is that what it is?
Yes. Yeah. The special cap seems to make a much bigger difference because we have the raw to actually make use of it for something like Naru Assassin. So think like, do you remember back in, I forget if it was this Light Guild War or the Guild War before. It might have been this Guild War too. The Light Guild War, they were dropping Harmonias.
Yeah. They did do it in the last same
thing.
Before that.
Yeah. It's pretty much the same thing, where we get more value out of the special cap than we do out of the supplement.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of learned that. The reason why I know it was the previous Light Guild War 2 is because that's when I learned about it. I remember there was somebody, I had posted some setup on YouTube, and somebody had commented about why mine was inconsistent, and they were like, you need to drop that for the Shiva that you were using during that setup to put in more cap up, or just more like raw, as opposed to the PNS. And I've noticed the same thing in Earth too. When I run stuff like the Folia Dante Raziel thing, sometimes the Galleon staff gets put in there as well, because you can actually hit the special cap there as opposed to the PNS supplemental stuff. So
right,
yeah, I know what you mean.
So yeah, like against, I guess just to show like a quick thing, this is against the dummy, but I tested on Yugi earlier, which is where we test NM150 and stuff. It's pretty much the same. But if we just look at Nara's damage alone, so I'll skip some buttons, but oh wait, I need Galleon buff for the 18 sumo buffs.
Oh yeah.
All right, so we should see it now. But if you look at Nara's damage, she hits 7.2 million on her autos.
Yeah.
And then we'll compare this, right? So 7.2, and then I'll swap this Clam out for a Gale.
And I guess this kind of gets helped too because of the fact that you're getting that Suma Beta buff. So that's kind of making up for the PNS anyway.
And 7 mil there. So the numbers are getting so high on some of these assassin values that we just get more value out of having more cap to make the number bigger than supplemental, which is a flat number.
Yeah.
If we had a source of flurry or something, this might change. Like if we had a Whamdus as an example. But with the way the team's constructed at the moment, 2 Clam seems a lot better, assuming you have the raw to support it, than double PNS.
You guys ever use 3 Clams or anything?
I've only used 3 Clams recently in HL teams, which I've dropped in Vesusio as an example.
Yeah.
For Celestial, because I need like multi-attack and a bit of extra CA cap and things like that.
Gotcha.
But I've not used 3 Clams in Guild War for a while, I think. Yeah. On the topic of Clams, though, this is something I've chatted about, and I was curious what your thoughts were on this, like regarding your resonator. But like Clam at the beginning was a weapon that was considered very hard to fit in because you needed the 15 skills. But as time has passed, weapons that were considered easier in the past, things like LOF, right? Because it's like, hey, you chuck these weapon types in your grid anyways, it doesn't matter. But as time's passed, those weapons are being replaced, so it's harder to fit whatever 4 swords, 4 katanas or whatever. And then now Clam is like, you never have to count weapon skills anymore. When it first came out, you had to count. You were like, do I have 15 skills or not? But now it's just, you always have 15, so you don't even need to check it. It's just always a benefit.
Yeah.
So like it's just an interesting thing that it's flipped over time, that Clam is now one that's just, if you can fit it, you just put it in. Otherwise, I don't know if Earth is, like, is it easy to fit in 3 of a weapon in Earth these days?
So first of all, I just want to say for Clam too, I fucking love Clam because of that reason too, because you could just throw it in. I really like it because I kind of like the Resonator series in general, but it's just like you said, you could just plug and play it so easily now because you have so many mods. But I already knew where you were going with that question, and I've ranted about this so many times for Galleon stuff, where pretty much the thing about it for me, I thought it was really, really, and I still think it is. I don't think it's an oversight per se, but I'm starting to understand why they did it. But I really don't like the fact that Held in Him is a medium mod. I think it's really dumb. I think it should have just been big so that you could just run 2 and not have to run 3. But you'll key in the fact that because it's medium, you have to run 3. And I think the reason why they did that is so that you can still use Galleon staff with it, because that fulfills your 3 requirement now. So it's like, I understand why they did it, but I still hate it. But that's usually the 3 weapon that you use now. Although you have been using Galleon in Versusia now because we need it for the Ogies so that we can hit our 8 mil, hopefully. Still kind of a 50-50. Okay. But that's what we've been using it for right now. But yeah, I think the main place is for Held in Him.
I think I think just as time passes, like the design space for Galleon stick it seems tricky because you are locked to putting 3 of the same weapon in the grid. And it just really depends on whether side games will release Held in Him or something that way you want to run 3. But like I think I've mentioned a couple of times where I say I like variety and choices in your grid. And one thing I've always disliked about Galleon stick, like when it first released, it was like you put 3 Galleon sticks in your grid always. Right. And now it's sounding like you put in Held in Him whenever you can. You just chuck in 3. Yeah. And to me, that takes some of that choice, that grid building, which is a part of the game I really like.
It kind of sucks. It kind of sucks. And I think the other thing, like, I don't want to spend too much time on Earth, but the other reason, and this is the reason why I didn't like that it was medium in the first place, is because it just takes up so much space. And it's hard. You already saw when I showed you before, I literally have no TA in my grid because none of my weapons have TA, and I don't have space to fit any TA. So it's like I have to lose damage. And then the other thing too is as soon as you start dropping a Held in Him, because it's medium crit, you have to come up with some way to make up the crit. And I'm already trying to make up TA. So it's like, and that's why you start seeing stuff like Amino and Sphere Eye, or however you say that Fiorito Fist thing, just to try and make up the crit and the TA at the same time.
Remind me to talk about crit later for Wind.
Okay. But
so
that's how it is.
So I guess going back to the Wind thing, Clam, Gale, both, like Clam is just easy to fit in. If you need HP and defense, just chuck it in. And then in the context of burst grids, 2 is looking like a pretty good spot for stamina setups anyways. And then on a similar note, Vortex, very good as well.
Yeah. Have you guys, do you guys still use two of the Vortexes? Or is it just one?
So I had some 2 Vortex setups initially, thinking I need more raw, but I'm actually not sure if I need that raw anymore.
Yeah.
And I think it's entirely setup dependent on how many buttons you click. Okay. So for example, Neo doesn't need that raw, whereas like Vampy might need the raw.
Okay.
I can't remember if, let me check. So like this, so this was this is like an OTK setup because I don't have Virologia. This one had Vortex because it's a spear, and Apsaris wants spears. So that's a place.
Yikes.
So yeah, that's something. And then my 95 had 2 Vortex as well, but I haven't actually tried Clam here. I should try Clam. But to be honest, this is like way overkill on damage. This was working before Versusia.
Oh, okay.
So with Versusia, it's like way overkill. Yeah. In fact, I think there's a world where we can drop 1 button. This currently I'll show it. This is 1 button, 1 summon, 95. So there's this, and then attack. And Grimnir can be like 10 other characters as well.
Yeah, so many
I just use Grimnir because it's Grimnir. I do think Grimnir from my testing was the best, but it might just be because mine's ringed and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's 149 mil, right? And M95 is like 135. So
okay. Yeah, I just don't want to bar my second one, so
yeah, you probably don't need it if you have the destroyer weapon anyways.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, that's Vortex, I suppose.
Yeah.
Good source of raw. It's hard to take it out. It is noticeable when you take out the 1 copy in your grid.
Yeah.
Last year, I think there were more setups with 2, I think, from memory. I can't really remember. But this year, I think there'll be less setups with 2.
Good. Good. That's what I like to hear.
Because the Bastet summon gives strength.
Yeah, also
gives
true.
The Mandrake buff, which is very strong.
Yeah.
So you don't need as much raw. Very noticeable, that buff, which I'm sure you can relate to.
Yeah, I definitely can. I know people have asked me for, I guess, years at this point. Should I anti-tix Mandrake? Should I Lynx Mate Mandrake? Should I Spark Mandrake on a 3%? Yeah, I've heard it.
Yeah, strength is noticeable.
Okay.
And then an element like Winds where Naru's assassin mod is really low, and it's hard to make her hit cap. Any little bit helps.
So I guess that's like Vortex, Exalto, PNS, Clam. Is there any other weapon that's relevant that we haven't talked about besides the gold?
Do we talk about the crit weapons?
No, actually. Yeah, tell me, do I need to bar my second Evanescence?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. But I had this, right? And the reason why crit is relevant, once again, comes back to Naru's passive. Naru's passive, which gives 3% cap, but more importantly, the echo. So to fulfill this, you can do a crit grid, which is something like this.
You know, I actually have that. Was that Freyr's weapon? I actually have
that
one
is
of those.
Freya weapon. That is Freya weapon. So this is something I only discussed recently with other people to figure out. But yeah, this is like Vortex mini. I'm not even going to call it light because it's medium stamina compared to stamina 2 and doesn't have attack awakening, but it gives crit, right? Because without this weapon, you're at 91% crit.
Yeah, looking like an earth.
You're at 91.2% crit without it. So you need a source of crit somewhere. This gives it, but you lose a lot of raw. Now, I don't think this team is actually viable because I think Neo's just way better. You don't need this. You don't need to bar this. Why do this when you can use weapons that are like just generally good elsewhere?
Yeah.
And Neo is free to play as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're clicking S3 and Vampy clicks S2. I think Neo's S3 is actually a faster animation as well. So speed-wise, it's not like Neo's slower as well. So yeah. But I do think it is interesting. This has come up a couple times in the past, the double Evanescence, to fulfill Naru's crit requirement, just to get the free source of echoes. So yeah, I don't think it's going to be relevant, but if you see it, that's why it's there, I guess.
Gotcha.
It's the only thing. So your question, do I need to bar second Evanescence? No, I don't think so.
God bless. I've been holding out for so long.
Assuming you have Neo, which everybody should have. She's a free character.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Okay. Is that I remember now that you mentioned it, was that the only crit thing you wanted to talk about? Or was there something else?
That's pretty much the only crit thing. So yeah, it's like 2 Evanescence and Freya weapon for single-sided stuff. I don't think there's a world where you ever see double-sided crit.
Okay. All right. Any other weapons besides the Gold Moon ones?
Let me have a quick look, I suppose. Last year we used Love Eternal.
Oh, Rosetta. Okay.
Rosetta weapon, yeah. I'm not sure if that will be a thing this time.
Oh, you guys have Metera now, right? So
we have Metera now, so yeah, it feels unlikely. It was used mainly for skill awakening. You needed this weapon to make sure you hit skill cap on some of these high defense things. So I doubt it. Reunion's not been used for ages. Sky Ace will be a thing from Ogi teams if Ogi's a thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty simple there. Yeah. No, I think that covers all non-romp weapons.
All right. So let's before romp, let's talk about another one. There's another. I think there's another weapon that exists. I think
there's 2 winds, Gold Moons.
Yeah. And it's not Raphael Fist or the Vane weapon either. I remember you guys having a bow. Murcielago.
Mercy. So to this day, I've not seen this being used in any setup that enables something that something else couldn't do, but better.
That's pretty much
just this morning. I was watching that video on the Squad Win channel that Cajun linked. It was a Vesusia setup where they use Boogeyman with this weapon.
Was it good? Or...
The whole point, you know how Dark swaps out characters with Crawler?
Yeah.
Boogeyman gets access to Nighthound skills, which means it gets swap.
And that's what it was for, just to swap people around.
Yes. It was to swap Siete and, in their case, Charlotte out so that they could have it for first and second half.
Okay. I mean...
It had 100 million damage per turn.
Oh.
Which is awful.
Yeah.
It's like... regular wind is like 140 to 160. So yeah.
Yikes.
It's,
okay.
I suppose an option for Vesusia if you just really want to be hipster, I guess.
Yeah, there'll be somebody that does a Filato of it for 250.
I mean, isn't there always that one guy who does a
that's what I mean.
Filato every Guild War? Yeah.
He's gonna have a good time with this one because it's actually on Ellie.
But yeah, I was expecting more from the rebalance.
Yeah.
I'm sort of glad it wasn't good because I don't want to buy it, but firstly, bow is a bad weapon type. Number one, because there's just not enough good bow classes. And yeah, number two, like it just, it really doesn't do anything that other classes can't do more effectively.
I remember right. I was
like,
watching...
if it was harp, we might be talking, right?
Yeah.
But it's a bow.
I was watching one of Cat streams one time like months ago, and I asked him, I think this was before the rebalance, I was like, what do you think's gonna happen with Murcielago? He was like, the only way it's gonna be good is if they completely change everything on it and make it a different weapon type.
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah, and Ormikin's laughing that Wind's got bow and spear. And yeah, like for the illustrious weapons, like getting both bow and spear sort of sucks because both weapon types are probably one of the worst in any game.
Yeah, especially for like main
hand. Maybe that's why we got two main hand weapons as grants.
1000%.
Because they were like, they were like, you know, these illustrious, they're sort of bad compared to, you know,
everything else.
Torch.
Okay, so all right, let's talk about the actual one. So Rhomphaia. So how has this been since the rebalance? I actually did, but I can't remember why I bought this thing. To be honest,
when did you get it?
I got it, I don't know, a couple of months ago. I can't remember why I pulled the trigger then, though.
Was that before or after rebalance?
It was after the rebalance. It may have. Okay. I don't think it was on the rebalance. I don't remember why I bought it. Like I knew I was gonna buy it next, but I just don't know why I bought it when I bought it. I can't remember what I wanted to do. But I have it, so yeah.
Well, the rebalance made it extremely good. Before, the weapon was one-time assassin, and it would, since it's a one-time assassin, it'd be consumed on skill damage. Which might be, like, if you hear that for the first time, you're like, oh, it doesn't matter, you just don't click skills. But the problem is, a lot of summons deal skill damage. So, like, you get up to, like, 50% of the boss in Guild War, and then you want to call Bubs, and it's like, oh, you lost your assassin now, have fun.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, what am I meant to do? So it just was a really clunky weapon to use. But now, it's one turn assassin, so skill damage won't consume it. And not only that, it gives one turn assassin to the entire team as well. And it's a good weapon now. It's a good weapon. It's really only held back the fact that spear classes, for the most part, suck.
Yeah.
And there's only really one viable spear class. Which is why I'm a little sad that they skipped on row 5 spear and went to Sword Axe.
Yeah.
Sword Axe, it's not like they have like 30 billion classes already. Let's just give them another one. Let's give them the best class in the game. Why not?
And now you have to wait a while too.
We'll just skip over row 5. Row 5 Apsaris.
Lancer's like, it's down there. It's at the bottom. To the very bottom.
Lancer's next. It's next. And they were just like...
Oh, you mean for night? Is that what you mean?
No. So like for row 5s, they go in order, right?
Oh, no.
So
yeah. So I get you. What I'm saying though is that they skipped this and then they went to Origin and now you have to wait all the way again until the end for them to get to Lancer. That's what I was saying.
Yes.
So they like double screwed you because Lancer's not even at the top. So yeah.
So yeah. And like pretty much so Romp is good. Romp is good, and with Bastet it's even better because you can really utilize the 1-turn assassin by getting the double strike from Bastet. So yeah. Weapon's very good. The condition's very easy to fulfill too, which is the 40 hits, sorry. And the Ogi gives a ton of damage too. And it fulfills Naru's crit requirements because it gives 130 crit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it does a lot of things that you really need for your team. Currently, the setup with this is for NM200. In past Guild Wars, it's been pretty much the same thing. If you did NM200, it was mainly this weapon. And it's looking like a 3-turn setup. I can show it real fast.
Okay.
If we want... yeah.
Risco, I think.
For me, I had Vampy though.
I think I did buy it for bullet farming, by the way. Risco brought it up. But then I ended up using fire anyway for that quest. So, and everybody's saying that Night Origin could use it. And it's like, yeah, Night Origin can use it. But like, the Wind players don't want to use a defensive class for their burst. Why can't they just use a normal class like everybody else?
Well, yeah, and the thing is, right, if you look at the spear classes, the two that we have in row 5 are Paladin and Eatromantis. And you have to think about when those classes are actually used.
Yeah.
And the answer is never.
Exactly.
It's never, or it's I did everything I possibly can and my team doesn't survive, so I have to use Paladin.
Yeah.
Right? So, and just from a overall archetype perspective, they're both defensive classes, like you said. So their goal isn't most of the time to deal damage, but to mitigate damage that you take. Which is why Apsaris is interesting because it's the first offensive spear class. So yeah, it's just a little disappointing that we didn't get Apsaris. So yeah, our only spear class really is Spartan.
And that's
about it.
That's the thing too, Ari, where it's like even if Night Origin gets Spartan, it's like you're already using Spartan though. It's not like unless they like pretty much like what DY said and what I said. It's like it's still a defensive class. They're not gonna make the defensive class like they may give it some attack properties, but their main focus designing is probably gonna be for defense, not offense. So it's like even if it has a little bit of extra stuff, or you can use the Spartan burst, it's like it's just more of the same. Whereas they could have had something different if they had row 5 spear or whenever they get Lancer.
And on a similar topic, I do think that Knight and Apsaris are both also held back by the fact that they have sword and axe proficiencies, which means they have to worry about hunting and Irish.
Yeah. Also true.
So they have to be careful there, basically, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Anyways, going back to this. Yeah, Romp has some cool setups. It would be turn 1, Morlorn plus Split to get the Echo. Galleon 1 doesn't really matter this turn, and then you click Vampy. And then Naru 1. You Ogi here, and then this would not push 85. But you do give full diamonds to the boss, so you might need to Vampy 1 this, depending on what it does. So, plus or minus 1 button, depending on what the boss does. And then second turn is Vampy S3, so you lock the boss. And then you attack.
And this was for 200, you said?
This is 200, yes.
Okay.
And then third turn, you get the full team assassin from Romp. You click Bastet. And then you attack.
Okay. Is this what key is this? For the
This is extremity on Opus and normal attack on Anklet. And
So
that's 615 mil.
I actually have a question about the have you tried, this is gonna sound really dumb at first, but stick with me. Have you tried Bennu with Rhomphaia with the Versusia weapon now?
Have I tried Bennu with Romp with Versusia? No, I haven't.
Because mine, so one thing that I know a lot of Romp setups did before was they used the splitting spirit like what you have, but they used the echo key before to make it so that you get echo, but also so that no one else really CAs besides your MC when they use the splitting. But now that you guys are using extremity, I ran into the thing where people like on my full auto, people are oging now because they're getting barred.
Right, yeah.
But the other thing is if I don't ogie on my MC, not only do I not get like the crit stuff, but I also ran into the fact that I think I guess I'm doing too much damage on Bennu and I actually run into that skill damage trigger and the team does no skill damage. So he just gets like the defense up for 2 turns and then he just kills my team. So
yeah,
I've actually run into issues since swapping to extremity because I don't have the charge bar thing like the down anymore. So I just don't know if that I don't like it doesn't seem like it's gonna mess up anything when you're doing like manual, but I don't know if any type of full auto with Romp gets messed up with that now.
Most of my old full autos with Romp just ran Magna Echo Key.
Okay. So do you just keep that now and you just don't use your extremity?
For Galleon, I think so, yeah.
Okay.
I haven't done Romp in Bennu. I just do Mana Diver there for that skill damage trigger. Because the skill damage trigger in Bennu is annoying, basically. So I just make sure I can cancel it. Because you need to, there's a priority there, and I forget how the priority goes, it's been a while, but you need to like get a different trigger rather than Inebu, which is the skill damage one.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I might just need to
lining that up is always annoying, so I just make sure I do 5 mils damage with Mana Diver for that one.
Okay. I'll probably just make a Mana Diver for Bennu then. Or I might try the Echo Key again and just see if it works like that. And then I might try
I guess try that.
But okay. So yeah.
But yes, Romp for NM 200 looks good. For 0 button or like low button things like 95 or EX Plus, it can be used there as well. The EX Plus setup, I'm on the wrong key, so it probably won't work, but just to show the concept, it's MC hits past 50 and then Esther kills at that point.
Okay.
So there's that.
Gotcha. I mean, it's pretty useful.
And it's low lockout because it's 1 TA and Esther doesn't attack. So if you don't have Orologia, it's good. Low assets as well because it's only 1 character. So probably the next best thing after just Orologia S1.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, once again, not much point if you have Orologia.
Yeah.
And then 95, Bastet gives the 1-turn assassin, and then Bastet gives the double strike to so that you can use it twice for like the 95 team that I showed earlier.
Yeah.
So overall, good weapon for low button things where you low button setups as well as the NM200.
Okay.
If we see a normal attack setup for 250, I'm fully expecting Romp to be there.
That's fair. Yeah. Okay.
I think the play at the moment is like you go in with Ogi, wait for normal attack or Swan to be figured out, and then swap to it if it's faster.
Yeah. I guess I'm trying to think. Because what if the Guild War, like, you know how they've been putting in like the stack thing? How much like damage is it again? Isn't it like 4 mil hit or something?
It depends. It depends on what the stack is. Like Wins one, I think was CA. Like it was. I think it. I need to check. But yeah, it depends per Guild War, like what it actually is. Because sometimes it's like deal a hit of like more than 4 mil or something. Or sometimes like the value of that 4 mil goes up, and sometimes it's like the number of hits that you need to do goes up.
Yeah.
Let me just check last Wins Guild Wars 1.
I guess where I was going was I was just wondering if like maybe the assassin
that will impact a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Commander of Destruction. So last Wins Guild War, it was lowers by 5 stacks upon a chain burst activation of 4 or more chains. So it was literally like, hey, do Ogis against me. Otherwise, I have 70% extra defense. So yeah. It's going to depend on that stack. If they want Ogi to work, then it's going to be something like that. If not, then I guess we'll see. I'm checking for the last ones. Like Fairy Princess is... Let's see. What was it for Earth Guild War? Do you remember?
No.
Okay.
Honestly, I
Fairy Princess...
Earth was probably... I think Earth was like the 4 mil hits. I think that's the reason why I remember that one. I think it was... Because that was like the first one, and then we just ended up starting to do Ogis, because like none of the skills were hitting 4 mil or something. It was like 4 or 5 mil or something like that.
So Lights was 2.5 million hits. So a hit of 2.5 million or more, and it was 3 hits at NM 100, and at NM 250 it was still 3 hits, but it went up to 5 million damage hits. So it's figuring out that, and I think this is a cool puzzle to have. I didn't like it when it was just, what is it? The Ogis, which Wind had.
Yeah.
Oh, Earth was chain as well, says Cajun.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Looks like Tartman was also hits of X amount of damage. It went from 2 mil to 4 mil. So yeah, it depends, it looks like, per Guild War.
Yeah.
Wait, Hello was right. Okay,
was that right?
Wrong Guild War.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Apparently you were right.
Yeah, because I think I remember a lot of the early teams. I think some people still did this anyway, but I think a lot of the early teams were trying to use Medusa for that one, and they were trying to use like her S2 to hit the 4 mil or 5 mil or whatever it was. But I remember mine wasn't hitting that, so I just swapped to the Andromeda thing.
Dark Guild War, Light Guild War, was hitting 20 times for NM95 and then hitting 40 times for NM250. 40 hits a turn, so very easy.
Of course.
So yeah, I guess we'll see. That's going to depend. That's going to determine whether something like Ogi is king or Romp or Swan is king.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, anything else to say about Rhomphaia?
I think it's a very good weapon to invest into if you're invested in Wind. I think it's harder to make use of if you're Magna, because the 30% assassin mod means that you need a lot of raw, and Magna by design has less raw, so it's just harder to get the full value out of the weapon.
Yeah.
Characters like Neo help a lot, but yeah.
Okay.
It is a weapon that I think has less use, or I wouldn't say less use, it's less effective compared to other weapons, other Goldman weapons, that is. Like I think Erish or other, even Hunting, I think, is much more impactful in Magna. Whereas Romp, it's like you've increased your 1 million auto attack with Assassin to like 2 million. And it's like, oh, okay. Yeah. So, of course, you're going to get a gain. It's just compared to some of these other illustrious weapons, it might feel less.
Yeah.
The gap.
Okay. I thought about 2 more weapons that we can talk about that go with Rhomphaia. The enmity ones.
Oh, right. I forgot about those too.
The ones for Noire and Sho, unless there's another one.
Yeah, Noire and Sho.
But
no, that's it. Yeah.
Okay. So how
in that
look?
200 team, I had it. Pretty much how it goes is Noire is better. Assuming you are, if you're doing Spartan and you're doing Molon Labe, Demonbream, then Noire's better. Sho was like only better if you're like 60% or something HP.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Which is bloodshed value with like nothing else. I forget the exact numbers. I have to double check that. So don't quote me on those numbers. But essentially, Sho is better at higher HP values than Noire. But most of the time when you are doing these enmity setups, you are in a range where Noire's way better.
Yeah.
So my grid has one of each because I haven't barred my second one yet. But assuming Raw is an issue, then yeah, Noire it will be better than Sho.
Gotcha.
But they are mainly enmity activators and they will give you Raw. So yeah.
Okay. All right. That was pretty much it for them then. Is there any other? Well, oh, right here, Exo Sword. Anything with this?
Exo Sword? Exo Sword. Full auto, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think there's too much.
You guys have pretty much given up on the Glory Bringer thing now, right?
Yeah, Glory. There's no Glory setups.
Yeah.
I think Glory's main thing was that it gave double strike, but now we have Bastet.
Yeah.
So there's not much reason to use this. I think it's mostly a full auto weapon for Fighter Origin.
Yeah. Okay.
And for Fighter Origin, it's nice because you get 100% uptime on Wolf. Because of the cooldown cut if you have 5 swords in your grid.
Yeah.
Magna, it's a bit harder to fit those swords in, but Primal, it's not too bad. I guess it might be harder now because we're kicking Ultima. So I'm not sure.
Okay.
But yeah, maybe for some 250 FA where you have those extra grid slots, it'll be easier to fit in. And yeah, Cajun's right. We are getting ULB on those.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah, that is
it could
true.
change.
I guess
It could
technically
change.
Celestial Weapon, Celestial Sword,
Yes,
Celestial
those are getting ULB too. So.
Yeah. That could be something.
Harp is currently used in the RF setups. So could be good there. And I suppose there's also a surprise, a bow.
Oh yeah.
The Exo Bow. So I don't know.
Murcielago fighting for a spot.
Boogie seems to always come back for FA for Guild War now. So
yeah, I feel like Boogeyman is the new age like lumberjack relic buster.
yeah,
It
I
was
agree.
like everybody used those for the full autos in the past. Now it's Boogeyman. I guess, is there any other weapon? I think that's like
Weapons?
it.
No, not really. If we're
Okay.
talking like gacha. So yeah,
All right.
I think that's it.
All right, so we'll shoot over to summons real quick, and then we'll hit characters. I don't know too many. I mean, it's mostly, we already talked about Cassiopeia at the start. We don't have to talk about like, Zeph or whatever. But anything with like, well, obviously Bastet.
He summons.
But yeah. So Bastet, Owlcat, Demonbream, Noire ? I don't know if there's anybody else.
Don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so at the moment.
So those 3.
Yeah, so summon spots are very limited because of Yatima, as we talked about earlier. And yeah, this Guild War Yatima is going to be very, very, very big. And it's purely for the reason to call Bastet plus an Echo Summon. So similar to Fire, basically. Right? It's Fire calls Sun plus Red Hair. In Wind, we actually have a big variety of Echo Summons. So we have Owlcat, we have Demonbream, and we have Summer Rose Queen.
Oh yeah, I was.
And each do different things. So Owlcat is now the best for any setup where A, you need multi-attack, and B, where you're doing mostly a one-turn thing. because it has the highest echo value.
Mm.
And in fact, it's the highest out of all echo summons, right? Wind's got the weird one.
I mean, it probably should be.
So red has like echo is 35 and Owlcat. Oh, never mind. Owlcat is also 35. It used to be the highest, but now it's not, or something. I forget.
Maybe it's because
either way, it's weird.
They gave them the FLB or whatever. Maybe they all got homogenized when that happened.
Right. Oh no, I think what I'm remembering is that it has 2 turns on its buff.
Oh, okay.
But it's only 1 turn because, like you said, it's got homogenized. So yeah, normally the call has two turns on it, but with the buff, which makes it apply to everybody, it's only 1 turn with that. So it's the same as all the others. Gotcha. So if you're doing a 1 turn thing, Owlcat is the best because that is the highest echo value. And it gives the multi-attack, which is relevant for some characters, especially because our grid gives 50-ish TA, so this makes up the rest. Rose Queen is better if you are doing 2 turns, and you need her source of supplemental. She has like 20k or something on that. But Rose Queen, I think I've not seen any relevant Rose Queen setup this time around. Once again, I don't really play group, but Rose Queen is also useful for the fact that other people can cross it.
Okay.
So if you're doing grouping stuff, then Rose Queen would probably be relevant there. But once again, I'm not familiar with those. But yeah, the other summon is Demonbream, which is very strong because it cuts your HP for Enmity, so Romp, Spartan setups, and the Echo lasts 3 turns, which is exactly enough turns for Romp's full turn assassin.
Okay.
So yeah.
And you just
at the moment, yeah, I was just gonna say Owlcat and Demonbream are the Echo summons to really look out for.
And you pretty much use Owlcat when you're just going, and then Demonbream for like a bit longer enmity type stuff.
Yeah, I guess. So right now Owlcat is for stamina setups, and which is the 1 turn or lower. Or like basically 1 turn setups. And then Demonbream is for 200.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So yeah.
And then Bastet.
I think Yatima's role is interesting because like some guild wars it feels very whatever, and other guild wars it feels indispensable.
Yeah. I
and
argue.
This is one of those guild wars.
I argue with people a lot, especially like Aku in my chat, because he's like a guild war demon, and we always have conversations about like what's the best Providence summon, and I always rank Yatima pretty low, with the caveat of saying she's good in guild war because you don't use Yatima a lot, and like I'm a full auto person, so like 360 days of the year I don't use Yatima, and then I might use her for like some of the days for guild war, and that's like it. But he puts like way higher priority on her than I do, just because of those 5 days. But
yeah, and Providence is hard to rank because what they do, it can't be replicated. Right?
Yeah.
So if you just don't have Yatima, you can't do it. Like if I didn't have Yatima, then these setups just don't work anymore, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's hard to rank. I think if you were an other element player like Fire or Wind now, you would be using Yatima in your full autos as well, just because you can call some useful summons.
Yeah.
But yeah, Yatima, yeah, what Munching said. So Yatima, he said, is based on other summons, and it really depends on how good those other summons are. Yeah. Which in this case, Sun and Bastet are like the best summons in the game.
Yeah.
Some of the best summons in the game. So call effects anyway. So yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, there's those summons. I guess the other relevant wind summons. Yeah, like I said, Noire, I haven't really seen anything. I'm not really sure where we would use her. There's not much room for her as well because of Yatima. And then yeah, I'm not actually sure if we'll see too much Orologia. Orologia would replace the Belial or Summer Belial spot in those Yatima setups, because you know his call is 1 time, so if you need that extra damage, I suppose. But
yeah,
it's looking unlikely for now for 150 and 200 that we'll need those. And then Belial is good because it's a 1-time call, and then Summer Belial is for cuts and it's still very important for Wind, it looks like. But even more so now because of the Ultimate thing.
Yeah. I guess one other summon I thought of was Summer Tiamat. You guys need that for anything?
So optimize things, no.
Okay.
If you happen to have it and if you don't have everything up to date, then you might be using it. Like, for example, if you don't have Orologia and you have Summer Tiamat FLB for some reason, then you can probably do like some 0-button OTK with normal attacks with her, right? So things like that, I would imagine. And NM90 farming, like that'll be fine. So yeah. But for optimized things, once again, there's just no room. There's no room. When we have to cut Ewiyar, which is a really, really good summon, just because of how Yatima works, then that sort of illustrates how much room we have.
Yeah, I think my Summer Tiamat is like, she's been 1 stone off for like 2 years, I think. And I was like really adamant about not doing it last Guild War because I felt like I could get through with it without it, and I didn't do it. And now I'm like, I think that might have been the best choice. I mean, it's only 1 stone, but I just haven't come to a place where I'm like, I really need this summon to pull the trigger on that stone. So I've just been sitting.
Yeah, if you're not invested in wins, I think at this point there's not much reason. I think. Yeah, it's not like Crisvelga where you would really like that one to be guaranteed. There's nothing that really, really needs it. And we have a lot of TA.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess the only other one. Did you have anything to say about Bastet besides she's just really strong? We kind of talked about her in bits and pieces and other stuff.
Yeah. This will probably be one of the big skill wall gaps. Whether you have this or not. Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of stuff for Wind, ironically, that you could get gapped on. Because there's like a lot of different weapons, summons, and characters that you could get
even things like Belial, like Summer Belial at this point is old. So if you have him, like it's nice, but if you don't, it's really hard to get him unless you anti-ticketed him. And oftentimes it's hard to justify anti-ticketing what looks like he's just for sub aura. It's sort of boring to do, right?
And then you gotta 3-stone him too.
Yeah, because otherwise you might die. So and like you won't know that until you like go into the raid. So it's a little annoying, and especially because like back then you could sort of justify it because it's like, hey, I might use the call, but nobody uses the call these days. So
Okay.
Bastet. Yeah, the call effect is very good, but I think one very easy thing to forget about the summon is also the sub aura. The strength is very strong and incredibly noticeable.
Yeah. Technically, you guys get to spell cancel too. I don't know. That'll matter. But
spell cancel, yeah, we'll see if that matters. It could. If we use Neo, no, it won't. Nara herself has to spell cancel immune, and Galleon S3 has to spell cancel too, right? It might save a button at worst. So yeah, it's nice. It's not a bad effect to have. Right?
Okay.
Like I would say the only thing that might have been better is Veil.
Yeah, but you guys already have that on
to spell cancel.
Tiamat. That's the reason why they didn't want to double
I think so. Yeah, but in the past we actually have to put like Cetera backline for the Veil. Or I guess now you can put Veldora backline, right? I think he has.
Oh, a collab character.
Yeah, the collab character Veldora has it. Yeah, so yeah, he has the debuff immunity. So yeah.
All right. Okay, so I think that's pretty much it for summons then. So then it's characters. Okay. I guess I'm on Eternals right now. I'm guessing there's nothing for Siete.
The Guild War?
Yeah.
Okay. Unless they suddenly say 250 is now a version 2 raid.
Yeah.
You have to cancel moments.
So I think he had his time. He got his use in Versusia. So
Neos. I mean, he's still useful, right? So
yeah.
That's his place. Guild War's not his place.
Yeah. So Neo, though, I have exactly 19,999 attack on my Neo, but
Wow.
so you have had her in a couple of these setups now, so I'm guessing she's pretty useful.
Yes, yeah, and she's a character who I hadn't tested recently because I just sort of forgot about her really. Because it's been a while since Neo's been useful in normal attack setups.
Yeah.
Because she was good in like a couple of years ago, I forget when. And then she got replaced by Vampy for the most part. Because Vampy gave so much overcap with her S2 damage cap and the Echo.
Yeah.
And back then, we ran Echo Key. So side A Echoes was already taken care of, so Naru passive wasn't a thing. But now, I mentioned earlier, but basically her S3 is an Echo button with Naru, because we run Extremity in the grid now. And then she gives a lot of Raw. She's always given a ton of Raw. But now she gives even more supplemental with her domain bonus too. So
how much is that?
If we see a NM250 normal attack setup, it's gonna probably be with Neo with her S4 as well.
You know,
this character has a lot of utility.
You know how much supplemental the thing is? I never actually looked at that.
30k, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's 30k that stacks with Keen. It's a different side. So by clicking her S3, you are getting 80k supplemental because Keen gives 50k, and then her passive gives 30k.
Pretty strong.
So this third skill is really it's a high value click. By clicking it, you get Raw from the crit rate. You get Echoes from Naru crit. You get Keen supplemental. You get her passive supplemental. You get 10% damage amp, so 10% overcap as well there. And then the tune makes it so that your team takes less damage too.
And you get a shield on top of that as well.
Yes, and you get a shield on top. So very, very valuable click, the S3. And her existing in your team just gives you stats as well. Right? From Melody for another. 10% perp, defense, and then 10% cap and dispel cancel.
Yeah.
So yeah, just
kind of stacked.
Yes, very, very stacked character. Like, there was a point where we were saying, like, well, at least where I was saying that Neo is probably one of the best Eternals. And then for a while, it looked like she was falling off with characters like Ewiyar coming in and then Vampy. But now I think she's definitely sort of reclaimed her spot with how the meta shifted.
Good. I like Neo.
Yeah, I like Neo too. So for 100, 150, I think Neo will be very core in part as those teams. And then for 200, I'm not too sure. Mainly because Vampy has the ability to stop the boss from doing anything for one turn. We might not see her there, and the big benefit of going Enmity is that you get a lot of Raw that way. So we've lost one of Neo's very strong things, which is the Raw. So Vampy solves sort of two issues there by being able to lock the boss, and she gives a lot of overcap, but it's hard to reach that cap, but in Enmity it's easier. So for 200, I'm not too sure. And then 250, we'll have to see.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Anything else to say about Neo?
Not really. She's a free character getter.
Yeah.
If you don't.
A free character that does a lot.
Yep. Does a lot. Like, them just adding I guess, like, this is more for full auto, but them just adding, like, the spell on S1 was really useful too. Like, that's something that's unlikely to be useful in burst setups or manual setups, but for full auto, like, one of her weaknesses was that she didn't really have that much utility. But now she dispels. S4 is the rape debuff.
Yeah.
So, and you can recast it too, so yeah. Gonna be very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only downside is that her S1 doesn't proc Swan.
Really?
Yeah. Because it's not you casting a dispel skill. It's the debuff that's dispelled.
Yeah, I think I have noticed that in some of my
so It's annoying.
Okay.
Is Bastet worth throwing Sunlight Stones at? Asks Chaos in chat. I would say if you want to invest heavily in Wind, then it's a good spot to put Sunstones in because it's one of the best summons there. But at the end of the day, these Bastet call summons are like, or call setups are very high investment. So
yeah. All right.
I think that comes down to whether you're actually going to use those setups or not.
Pretty
whether you care to have those
that's what I was going to say. If you're going to use it, then yeah. But if you're not going to use it, then there's no point in just getting it just to get
exactly.
it.
It's not like a summon like Belial where you can just chuck it in every team, right? So it's harder to justify, but it is a very powerful effect.
Yeah. I got a question too. Is there any I guess character, we haven't gone through all of them yet, but is there any character you'd recommend off the top of your head for like the surprise ticket? The ones I can think of
specifically?
Yeah, for Wind. I would think like Cagliostro, Clarisse, Noire. I don't know if there's anybody else that's like
the Lamorak.
Oh yeah, Lamorak. Well, he's not on this one though.
Oh yeah, he's not on. You're right.
So,
yeah. So Cag, Clarisse, Noire. Yeah.
I think that's like
anybody else?
For at least for Guild War. Hi Wyvern, by the way.
Let me just double check. For Guild War, that sounds right. Annual shows up in weird places, but I don't know if that's worth a subtext.
Unless you're a big Annual fan.
Cag Clarisse is very, very good if you care a lot about full auto. They're going to be one of the best characters for full auto.
Cag
Clarisse is like one of the best characters Winter's gotten this year. Probably top 3. I have to go through the list. I don't remember, but yeah.
Don't worry, we're about to go through.
If you don't have Mirin, I suppose. If you think Ogie's going to be big.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So for these characters, I'm very interested to hear about Metera from you, because I'll just start real quick because I don't have a lot to say. I looked over her kit last night and I've used her a couple times. I tried her in like Yiggy full auto just for the heck of it. And she kind of does a lot of damage, and she doesn't have like, she doesn't have like a ton of utility, but she kind of got a little bit with like the dispel and the delay, and then she can technically just not get hit if she dodges. But like, she just feels incredibly basic to me, where it's like she just does damage, that's it. But she also doesn't really seem like the type of character that's like gonna replace like a Naru, where it's like she just does a ridiculous amount of damage for like a burst. It's just kind of like she just does sustained damage and that's it. But I don't know, do you have any
I don't even know if she does sustained damage. Because like So in the context of Guild War, the only thing I've personally found so far is a Orologia-like EX Plus setup, where you click your S1 and then you kill the boss.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
Yeah, I posted it on Twitter, but essentially, think Orologia S1, but you click Metera S1 instead. So other than that, I think she's just going to be full auto, and I'm not even sure if she's going to be the best full auto for a lot of those things. There is a world where maybe if Swan gets to 2 turns, and the way you get to 2 turns is by clicking her buttons, it might be faster, but I think just by clicking her buttons, it makes it slower. And you have more lockout because she attacks, as opposed to someone like Esther or Lich who don't attack. So yeah, I think she's going to be full auto, and I don't think, like you said, her kit is very, very straightforward and easy to understand, which is a good thing for some people, but it also means it doesn't have too much depth, and I think they've done some things to make it so that you can't really quote unquote abuse or exploit certain game mechanics as well. Like for example, her S1 makes it so that it ends the cooldown of S2 and S3, and that's important because S3 gives her the dodge all, and that's how she like auto activates her S2 at the end of the turn. But the S1 buff can only be cast when she has 10 of these seals. So the way to get these seals is by dodging. So it self-sustains in a way, right? Because you click S3. But it also goes on Ogieing. So at first I was thinking, hey, if you Ogie enough, then you can have this up a lot of the time. But then you look and then the buff is only 3 turns.
Yeah.
It's a 3-turn buff and then it's an 8-turn cooldown. So like always minimum it's gonna have 5 turns downtime. So it's just like you can't make it so that she can always like loop this even if you put in a lot of effort to do it. Like her Ogie does a lot of damage because it does like 10 skill hits and it does unworldly damage. And her skills do big numbers. But yeah, I think she's fun to use to see like those big skill numbers, but I think that's sort of where it ends.
Yeah.
And then for Guild War, I imagine that after the first like 4 turns, once you've clicked your skills and done all that, then like she probably falls off a cliff.
Yeah.
And yeah,
I was kind of surprised.
Maybe those turns are enough. I don't know.
No, either. I was just kind of surprised. Like, I felt like the 4-hit wind damage should have done something else. Like, I don't know if it needed to have like as strong of a thing as like Percy's, like the Singe thing, but I just felt like it should have done something. Like, it feels like the type of effect that should have some type of debuff on it. I don't know what the type of debuff, or like a dispel or something. It just feels weird because
this character's just missing things to be like truly good.
Yeah.
Like she's fine, right? At the end of the day, she's a fine character, but she's not like outstanding or noteworthy. And I think it's just missing a couple things. Like you said, some extra thing on the passive, maybe some extra debuffs on S3 or S2, having her stacks go up a different way, maybe having her buff last a little bit longer. Yeah, like just things like that. I think she's missing 1 or 2 things.
Yeah.
And I think the way they've compensated for this is by just making her skills do more damage. But yeah, where like unless we're talking like Mjolnir incident where you have enough damage to just kill everything with a skill, then that's just having damage is just not enough, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. Well, we'll see. Maybe like 200 FAs, or I doubt 250. I think 250 is too long for her, but
yeah. Okay. All right. So I don't have this character yet, but I feel like we kind of need to talk about Lancelot and what's his face? What's the Dragon Knight guy? Lamorak. Those 2 characters.
Yeah.
So I feel like
Lance.
Okay, so you don't have Lance, but you have Lamorak. I don't have Lamorak.
I don't know Lamorak either.
Oh, okay.
I'm waiting for the wind. You know how every Guild War they do that purchasable thing where you get a character you don't have. So Lamorak and Spinnah are the only characters I'm missing. I can subtick Spinnah now, which means I can make Lamorak appear on that.
Yeah, I didn't even put Lamorak on my the pick scam today because I'm planning to do the same thing. He's the only one I'm missing.
Oh right, okay.
So I'm just gonna buy that when it comes out. But I do feel like, so I guess I can give you a little bit of perspective on Lancelot, and then I guess we can piece together Lamorak because neither one of us have him. But Lancelot, I actually tried him with Metera because they both kind of have like that dodge skill damage thing going on. So
yes, the Lance's condition is better.
Yeah.
which I already criticized, by the way. When he first came out, I said Lance's condition, which is that he must take no damage, sort of sucks in the year 2025, moving on to 2026. And I don't think what it does is even super like it's not that good, I think. And then Metera's is worse because it's specifically dodge rather than not taking damage. So yeah.
I don't know. I mean, he's like, and I made a video about this that was like a stream segment I was talking about my issues with wind like a couple weeks ago. And like the thing about it is like Lancelot, to me, he works and he's fine, and it's cool to see like the skill damage go off and like hear the pumpkin popping sounds and stuff when like every single time somebody attacks and he does like a follow-up or something. But it's just like I don't know. It kind of feels like Metera too, where it just feels like he's just doing skill damage, but nothing else is really happening. And it's like I don't know, after a certain point, it just feels like it's not enough. Like it feels like the damage is just not enough to do what I need to do. But I don't know. Yeah. Maybe I'm wrong.
We'll see. I mean, I'm sort of in a similar boat because I had the opportunity to spark this character, but I decided not to. I rolled on this banner, but I got the other two characters before I hit spark, and I decided to just stop the spark. And main reason for me was because I thought this character was a fraud. So we'll see if I regret that thought. But yeah. At the moment, I don't think this character brings anything super specific outside of full auto.
Yeah, and that's another thing too, especially for you, because I know you always go like super hard on wind. I don't think he'll be useful for you like at all. I think it's mostly just the full auto gamers that are gonna use him if anything. So,
and that's why I skipped it. Like the only reason he would be used is if Swan is good. But yeah, so. Well, I guess we'll see. But part of Swan's power, like last Guild War, was not just the fact that Swan is good, but the fact that you can take turns quickly because Esther and Lich don't attack. And these characters like Metera, Lance, they all attack as well.
Yeah, and they like to press
which means that
too.
Each turn takes longer when you just need to mash turns as quick as possible.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you have to cut a significant amount of turns for this to be useful. So we'll have to see.
Yeah. Okay.
If he ends up being good, then I guess I'll anti-ticket him. But yeah, at the moment, I think he's just full auto.
Yeah. Okay. So
Lamorak, on the other hand, though.
So if you know anything about him, go ahead. Because I'll be honest, I looked at him when he came out, and then I forgot everything. So.
Lamorak is probably, unless I'm forgetting somebody, he's probably Wynn's best character release this year.
Okay.
The character's good. Character's very good. He's definitely going to be one piece to a non-Ogi setup in Wind in the future, I think. For Susian, maybe not, because those omens are sort of insane, I think, for Wind outside of CRT. But we'll have to see. Since I don't have the character, I can't test it, right? But I would not be surprised to see setups use this character in Guild War for anything higher than 200 and above.
Yeah.
I've been told that I think his S3 comes off cooldown for turn 3.
I think that's supposed to be right, yeah.
Yeah. So that lines up with like Romp turn as an example.
Yeah. And that's mostly what I've heard about him with is the Rhomphaia stuff.
Yeah, so I think this character will. Once I get him, I'll be able to test him out. But at the moment, he's like sort of dark horse, if you want to put it that way. Where he's not like surface level, extremely strong like Naru or whatever. But if he pops up, it shouldn't be surprising, basically.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Killua.
Killua?
Killua?
Okay, he's good for permanent wind content. Guild War, I don't think so. Okay. Because he relies on, once again, a very unique effect in wind. I've not seen it on other characters. It's that if he doesn't take damage, then he does stuff.
Oh, okay. Okay, got you.
Yeah.
Got you. All right.
Like, no other wind character does that, right? I think. But yeah, if he doesn't take damage, then he gets to click his S1 again. And he attacks twice when he doesn't take damage, so... Yeah, for permanent wind content, it's actually good because Bennu is single target attacks, so into hiding works, which is part of his passive, and then Galleon doesn't attack at all, so... Yeah, he's good there. Okay. But Guild War, I doubt it. If the Guild War boss doesn't attack, then maybe.
All right. Cagliostro and Clarisse. I'm guessing. I mean, they're pretty much full auto.
Full auto, yeah.
But You think they'll show up at all for
Yes.
Guild War? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like.
They're going to be in a lot of full auto setups, I think.
Yeah, this is like my favorite win character in like the last year that I've had. I like
They're
all
very
the
good
nukes and stuff they do.
Have a lot of things packed into their kit. Healing dispel twice, and then the S3 giving a bunch of defense and auto revive for Guild War, I think will be really nice. Yeah. Like that auto res has been useful for things like the CCW raid FAs too.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you will see this character for full auto, I imagine, for 250 and maybe 200. If you can't burst 200, then you'll probably see it.
Yeah.
But I think that real place will be 250 for most people. I mean, maybe 200 for most people then. I don't know. Depends how quickly 200 dies for regular setups.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people pick up both of them for the subtext just to get ready for Guild War.
Yeah, it's a good subtext choice.
Okay. I think you skipped Cassius too, right? Because this is also another Pilato character.
Yeah, who else released on that banner? I forget, but
Lich.
Was this the Katura? No,
I think it was Lich and Commander. The
so this banner I didn't pull on. Yeah, I got Lich but didn't get Cassius. I pulled trying to get Cassius, but but I think Lich is the better character anyway. So
yeah.
Cassius is the other really big full auto character. So Clarisse and Cassius. Cassius does more damage and also heals as well, just like Cag and Clarisse. I think he heals less. I can't remember the numbers.
I think he does too.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, he doesn't provide the defensive buffs that Cag and Clarisse does, which you need. Yeah, so Cag Clarisse is 2k, which is the same as Cassius, but they also give themselves healing cap up, so it's effectively more.
Yeah, I do. Cassius, like, I've used him for some full autos, but the issue with him is, like, for one, I feel like he's almost overkill as opposed to Cagliostro and Clarisse in a lot of instances where he's pressing a lot of buttons that don't really need to be pressed at the time. Like Cagliostro and Clarisse just kind of do what they need to do anyway, and then they just move on. So he's kind of like overkill with, I wouldn't say damage, I guess, but he's just kind of doing stuff to do stuff. But it just makes him slower, I guess is what I'm trying to say. He ends up being he ends up being slower than Cagliostro and Clarisse, but he can be pretty safe if you need that. But yeah,
this sounds very similar to Valentine's Cassius, which is my assessment when the character released the summer one, because Valentine's Cassius was really useful that the Fabigrabe, the Water Bear Guild War. But then, like, the next Guild War, despite him being just as useful, he was just slower because you didn't need a lot of his damage or skill presses. Yeah. And Summer Cassius is almost identical to Valentine's Cassius.
Yeah.
So yeah. I remember K18 talking about how he might be useful for some Swan teams. But yeah, if he's used in manual or somewhere super meta, it's going to be something like that. I think other than that, just full auto. I do think he is a very good full auto character though.
Yeah.
It's just depends how much you care about full auto.
Okay. I forgot this chick's name. Scold. Anything for Scold?
Scold?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Next.
Mirin 250 Ogi, maybe?
Yeah, Mirin 250 Ogi.
That's like it.
She gives Dispel on special action, which is very useful, obviously. Dispel's the biggest issue for Wind RF. Because despite having a lot of Dispels with pinch harmonics and stuff, oftentimes you want the Dispel before you attack. Right? Because if the boss is like 80 cut, then you want that to be gone before you click attack. You don't want your MC's Ogi to be cut. But you can click their skills, and last year we got by with things like calling Summer Bubs before special actions to get rid of Dispel Cancel and whatever. So yeah, there's that. But Mirin at the moment is the best damage character for Wind Ogi teams.
Okay.
So if we can fit her in, we are going to fit her in. It's mainly whether we can fit her in is the issue.
Yeah.
But yeah, I imagine if Ogi's good, she's going to be there.
All right. Mahira. I haven't seen her in any of your setups. What's going on with her? Anything?
Probably the... Is this the worst character release for Wind this year? Worst seasonal? It's either this or Haaselia.
Oh yeah, we haven't talked about her
worse.
too. But one of the other things I said about in that Wind rant that a lot of people didn't notice, but I noticed was we got where's these characters? The 12 generals. We got Mahira, Mahira, Bikala, Katura, Vajra all this year. And Mahira is just significantly worse than the other ones.
Yes.
And it kind of throws me off.
Not even close. It's like not even close how much better these other ones are. Right? If this was at least like Vicky level, right? Where it's like good for full auto, maybe you can do some mash setups, then it's like, oh yeah, sure. Maybe there's some potential there. But like Mahira is like, I don't know. I think they were sick of her being good in like in light.
Yeah. And she was good in Earth back in the day too, when she got like her FLB and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
But so maybe you're right. Maybe they're just tired of her.
But yeah, no, Mahira has too many issues, I think, to ever be really good unless they rebalance her kit. Her S1 being a timed buff 5 turns, sort of bad. Giving one-time assassin when you've somehow worked around this 5-turn thing is not enough of a benefit. Her Ogi lowers the cooldown instead of extending it. Like if her Ogi extended the duration, sort of like Folia buff, then it's like then it's easier to maintain this, right? Not that you even want to be Ogiing on like normal attack setups anyways, right?
Yeah.
So you would have to figure out how to Ogi and like weave the Ogis in, and like even then it's like not worth it. And then and then I guess like I just want to talk about her buff as well, because like if you look at Light Chicken's buff, the debuff, which makes it so that she does the plain damage when you do a certain amount of skill damage, like that is so much more impactful and does so much more damage than Mahira's, which is if you do 17 hits, then you dispel once. And that's one character, right? Mahira's is like your entire team needs to deal like a minuscule amount of skill damage. And then you proc like 20 billion hits of plain damage and dispels. Whereas this character, you got to do 17 hits and it's not permanent. And it's only on one character. That one character has to do 17 hits. So yeah, I don't know. I think they were just really afraid of this character being good. And it ended up being very undercooked as a result.
Yeah. Okay. Well, unfortunately.
So Mahira, I don't know. I doubt it. I doubt we'll see any substantial setups with her. And same with Haaselia.
Okay. So could we just skip over Haaselia?
Haaselia is pretty much worse than Mirin in every other way. Every way, shape or form. Clicks more buttons, deals less damage. More clunkier to use as well. Can't even like full auto the skills really, because you want to click them multiple times a turn. Omikun says cuter, but I like Mirin better, so I'm gonna have to disagree there.
I like Haaselia better, but
I do like Haaselia, but Mirin's one of my favorite characters, so
that's fair.
And the only character I've ringed twice, I think.
Really?
Yeah, I had a strict rule where I will only ring one character at a time, and I ringed Holiday Mirin when she came out.
Even the Grimners? You haven't ringed both the Grimners?
I've only ringed Valentine's Grim.
Oh wow! I'm trying to.
So yeah. Oh yes, recently I've ringed Wamdus twice. Wait, have I? No, I don't think I've ringed Fire Wamdus. I'm being gaslit here, I think. Oh, I lied. Never mind. I did ring Wamdus.
I think now that you mention it, I think the only one I have 2 of is Shalim, actually. I think that's my only double.
You are something else. I forgot I did that for Fire Guild Ball. But yeah, Wamdas and Mirin I've broken the rule for. So okay. I like Mirin.
Mirin is cute.
So Haaselia is pretty much just worse, and Haaselia doesn't have any utility.
Yeah,
like that's something that baffles me. Like if she at least did like a debuff or dispel or something, right? It might be worth it.
Yeah.
Her kit is literally damage, and she's worse at damage than Mirin, and that's something I don't understand. Honestly. Mirin has debuffs, dispels, and a team buff. And the only and charge bar gain for the team, and Haaselia only just has charge bar distribution to the team.
Yeah,
like I really don't understand what they were doing with this character.
I honestly have to think, like during the summer stream when they decided, hey, we were gonna show Haaselia, and like when it came up on the screen and everyone cheered, I can only imagine what they were thinking, knowing they were gonna release this kit. What what was going through their minds? I wish I was a fly on the wall.
The only positive thing I can say about this character is the art is good and the sprite is good.
Yeah.
So it's a good skin for my water Haaselia.
Yeah. I know some people didn't even like that. I know a lot of people didn't even like the sprite. They just went back to the water one. So yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I expect rebalances.
Yeah.
For both characters in the future. Maybe not soon, but whenever they do, like because recently they've been rebalancing like old seasonals that are just so bad. So yeah,
that's actually we can talk about. Do you have Sandolphon?
I do. I haven't really used him too much though.
Okay, so nothing there. Because I know people were excited about him getting a rebalance, but I don't have this character, so
I can see him be used in some full autos, but nothing more substantial really than that.
Okay. I'm gonna be honest. I don't even know what he did before the rebalance, so I don't know what happened after the rebalance.
Well, before the rebalance, he looks like a Sandy counter because everything he did was based on max diamonds. And since not Sandy counter, C counter.
Okay, got
and since C has a bunch of diamonds, that's where he looked good in. But then, the more we did C, the more we found out that, you just have to play the game differently for C.
Yeah.
And this rebalance made it so that he's a better character overall, but being a better character overall means you're worse for C. So, yeah. That's the issue.
Wyvern brought it up in my chat, and I did see Cajun test him in Belial. So I don't know what's going on there, but Wyvern said
yeah. So Belial is where people are using him now because he has delay on Ogi, and he gets 100% charge bar if the boss has full diamonds.
Okay.
So if Belial's on Anagenesis, he will delay, basically.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, and he has and Belial has a lot of max diamonds, so he gets benefit from that. So yeah.
Okay.
So there's something there. I tried making Sandy work the other day. I couldn't make it consistent. And I know that Cajun has had trouble making Sandy not miss his delay on his Ogi.
You gotta use debuff success. I had to do it on Medusa.
So yeah. Maybe Belial. But Guild War will he has a dispel, he has a heal, he has a clear, he has veil. Could be okay. I think there's better characters though.
Yeah.
We'll see. It'll be cool if he shows up, honestly, because I'd be happy to use him.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have him, but I would just like to see him because I've seen him maybe like once a year, honestly, since he's come out. So just never really seen the character show up. So any of these characters, so Joy, Shion, I forgot the Negima guy. Is it just Negima? Is that his name? Or
are these like characters that released this year that we're talking about?
Well, I'm just usually the way I do this is because I pretty much have like almost all the characters. So I literally just go through my character list of the recent, and then I go backwards. So Just
Joy has like a dispel, I think. Maybe there's some like, you know, those weird setups that pop up every Guild War where they make it so that they line up Saruman S3 to be like with 50% or something.
Yeah.
So maybe there's some Joy thing where you time S3 with like 50%. But yeah, no. Other than that, no.
Okay.
I doubt it. And because S3, I think, requires some stacks for this character, right? Yeah, gongs.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's probably not.
Shion?
You said Shion. Shion in the past was only double dispel.
Okay.
She doesn't really do much outside of that. I think we have a lot of auto dispellers that we won't really see Shion. Negima sucks.
Okay.
Negima's bad. Setsuna's also bad.
Okay.
So we won't really see them.
All right.
They were the first collab characters, right? Oh no. Slime was the first collab characters, yeah. So Slime and these ones, they were pretty careful.
Yeah, Raccoon and then from was pretty good.
They were like, which one?
Raccoon, my dude. This dude's seeking rings.
Yeah. But yeah, they were a bit more careful. They're a bit more relevant these days, I would say.
Yeah, they've been
even Kurapika or like Asuka and stuff and Kaoru. They do things. Yeah. But Negima Negima was a free one. And to be fair, Negima also gave us Evangeline, and that character's strong.
Yes. Yeah.
So yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
All right, who's next?
Raphael. Anything? We call him Backline Betty over here, but
yeah. I mean, at the very least, he'll be backline.
I've never asked you this question, but I've said this for the longest time, and I just don't understand why they didn't do it. Why? Can you tell me any reason you can think of why didn't they? I guess besides just because they wanted to put him on New Year's, why didn't they just swap Vane and Raphael's weapons and just give you guys Raphael before last Guild War, and then just put Vane on the New Year's with Raphael's weapon? So essentially give Raphael Swan and then release him for Guild War, and then just give Raphael's weapon to Vane and then release him at the end of the year. I don't know why they didn't do that.
Okay, I see what you mean. I mean, other than like the actual weapons themselves, because like Raphael's is clearly his fist, which is a very visual like part of him, and Swan is Vane's weapon. So. Yeah. But so if we ignore that argument, you're saying like,
I just don't.
Ignoring the visual and the lore and stuff. Yeah. You're saying like just mechanically, why did they not release Raphael?
I just don't get why they gimped you guys from a Primarch when they gave you a character that wasn't going to get used, and it was only used for the weapon anyway. They could have at least just given you the passive.
I see what you mean.
It just doesn't make sense to me.
I think it was relevant once where we needed 3 fans for the Swan setups, right? One of them we ran 000 main to get the damage from calling 000 and then to use Ulf with a charge bar. That setup ran Sagacity and it had Ewiyar in the grid back then because we didn't have summon issues for that, which meant that you need triple fan.
Okay.
So maybe it was to incentivize triple fan.
Yeah.
Because if we had Raphael there, we don't need the triple fan.
Yeah. I guess it's kind of funny though, because at the end of the day, you still want to use triple fan now anyway. So
yeah, exactly.
I guess like he gets the boost, but it didn't really change that much.
The other thing is Sumo. Was Sumo out last Guild War?
I think it was.
When did Sumo come out?
I don't know.
Let's check. Sumo came out on 2024 September, and now Guild War was when? November. So Sumo was out.
Yeah.
But we had no Orologia. I would have to test to see if we would have had enough damage to do 1-turn Sumo. Because regardless, right, they would have been selling the weapon for the new setup. Like Swan was part of the new setups, Sumo was part of the new setups. I would say maybe it's purely just to change of pace, who knows?
Maybe.
Because we've been doing Naru forever, and last go was the first time I didn't use Naru as a solo player.
Yeah.
At all.
Really? I think I used her
I didn't
like
use Naru a
once.
single time.
I think that was
there was no need if you had Swan. Yeah. If you were doing group stuff, you would use Naru. But if you're doing solo stuff with Swan, there was no reason to use Naru. Because it was like Swan all the way to 250, and 250 was okay.
Okay. All right. Anything to say about Raphael himself, I guess?
Character so odd. It sucks.
It's crazy to me that
anything he does.
You guys had to wait so long for him, and he just didn't do anything.
Yeah. Very, like... I had maybe, like when he first released, I had a bit of hope that he might replace like Mirin if he did like a lot of damage or things like that. But yeah, no, he doesn't really do much. Unfortunately. Okay. He's a good backline character to come out when your frontline is dead for Vesusia. At the very end when there's like 1% HP left. That's about it.
Alright. Anything for Medion, Lesia, Veldora, Andira?
That's a very random selection, but I guess these are
that's just
got him recently.
Yeah.
Meteon's old. I got him. I think I actually got him on an ticket.
I did not have that character for so long. I don't even remember when I got him.
Character's not good except for lockout reducing purposes because he single attacks. Much like Isaac Water, something like that. Lisha, I think, is a neat character, but not really for the purpose of... Nothing special for Guild War. Veldora has Veil backline. That might be useful, I guess.
And Andira is just outdated.
Monkey?
Yeah.
I've not used Monkey in years.
Yeah. Okay. So Vane. Anything?
Vane, maybe for full auto. He does a dispel every turn, and he can tank the first couple turns.
Yeah.
I can maybe see it. Like for like 250 full auto or something like that. Yeah, that's
glad
about it.
You can see it because I can't. So, all right. Noire. She has
Noire depends on Terra. Firstly, Noire is good.
Oh, Terra. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Terra. So her S1 debuff depends on that. But even outside of that, she does a lot of damage. It's just hard to test because her passive activates when
50%.
Yeah, the boss is 50%, which means and it's not too hard to test. You just click her S1 to be fair, because S1 activates the passive too. But yeah, character does damage, and the other thing is she can really make use of Romps, full turn assassin, without being in the Bastet slots because she gets double strike on her own with S3.
Yeah.
So character's good. I've not personally found a setup for me where I save time by using her. But you can, for example, if you don't have Neo or Vampy, you could use her.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
This is assuming her S1 works. For like 150 or 100. I mean, for 100 it should work. It stopped working at 150 basketball.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm curious how they're gonna do that going forward. The Terra thing. If they're just gonna say no to everybody, or if they're gonna do specific Ellies.
Yeah, I wonder too. The other thing is she's a free weapon as well because of her passive. She gives attack based on how low her HP is. So for Romp, Spartan, this can be really useful.
Yeah.
I think we'll see her. I think we'll see her a couple times. Whether she's going to be the best or not, I have to test more and more. I guess time will tell. But she is very high up on the list of strong characters that we have this Guild War.
Yeah. Okay. I got a question, but I don't know how to answer this. They said, how's Mirin at 100% GTA with Halloween Lancelot and Lamorak? I have no other options for my Wind OTK, bro.
Wind OTK, so EX plus. How are we getting 100% bar for Mirin? Are we strike timing?
Your guess is as good as mine. Well, no, I don't think they're saying 100% bar. I think they're saying TA. I think they're trying to auto attack. I don't know what.
Oh, I thought they meant 100% bar because she gets guaranteed TA at 100% bar.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, I don't know.
Okay, so if we get Lance, doesn't she start with 100? Does she? I forget. Maybe she does.
Question.
I always start with cuts, and cuts gives bar.
Does she?
I don't think she starts with 100 unless I've misunderstood a part of her kit.
I don't see
Live
anything.
tech support.
Oh, it's cats. Yeah. It's cats. So no.
She doesn't, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's just I always use her with cut. Yeah, she starts with 30, like everybody else. So
yeah, you got to figure that one out first.
There's
I guess
a lot of guaranteed triple attack characters in Winds though. We have Nara, we have Valentine's Grimnir, we have
Doesn't Galleon have GTA?
Noire if the boss is under 50% HP. We have, who did you say?
Galleon? Does she have it?
Yeah, Galleon. Summer Galleon does as well. There's a lot of options.
So
who was in this party? Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what Lamorak does though.
I don't either.
Does he auto nuke?
I don't know.
Would he auto nuke? I don't know. But there's gonna be a lot of Wind OTK options, I think.
Yeah. If I run Mirin, H Lance Lamorak, do I opt for a skill supplement Magna or stamina crit Magna grid? Whichever one kills the boss. Does one of those kill it? The other one does it? I don't know. I don't play Wind Magna. PPH.
Depends what this is even for, I think.
I think they're still trying to do their OTK.
Oh, right. Okay, it's the same person. I don't know. I'd have to test. Not sure.
All right.
I think you're better off trying to just Bub's attack or something at this point, I think.
Or do like, if you don't care about lockout, try to do some type of Ogi something. Just kill it that way. Go old school.
It was an OTK question, Cajun. Whether they run a crit or a non-crit grid. Basically, Grimnir Harp or not. But I haven't tested any Magna setups in forever. I'm not familiar on Magna.
I guess, have you seen anything with the Viking CCW for OTK?
Viking CCW is always around. I think. Did you make a setup, Cajun, with Viking CCW?
I've used that in the
Cajun
past.
says, I think crit is only worth it if you're doing Naru because you get the echo passive, which makes sense. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, characters.
Noire good.
Yeah, Noire good. Anything for Bite?
I don't know what he does.
Same. All right, I'm gonna skip.
Yeah, just skip. If he shows up, we'll have to learn that. But it ain't gonna be from me.
Spinnah? Anything? Or Guild War?
Not.
Okay.
For Guild War, probably not. He's in that Sieg setup, which is cool. Because because of the way Sieg's cap works. But
the Galleon,
very gonna be very prominent this Guild War.
Yeah, she was very good last time too, but
she was very good last time. This time she's gonna be just as prevalent. S1 very good, especially with Romp. Even without, yeah, it's just a good skill.
Mm.
And the other thing is she fits in both Swan teams and normal attack teams, which is sort of cool because of her passive.
Yeah.
So yeah, currently she's in every single one of my burst setups up to 200. So yeah, good character.
Okay. Also, Spinnah works for Seed because Seed caps your damage, and then you can do the flurry. So you're technically getting lower hits, but you're still doing a lot of damage.
Yeah, because like for example, Naru does like let's say 6 million autos, right? But Seed capture damage to 2 mil. Whereas Spinnah, if you did like 2 million autos, but they're all split into like 300k like instances, then you still do your full damage as Spinnah.
Yeah.
So that's why Spinnah is good in Sieg. So Flurry is good in Sieg is essentially the point here, I suppose.
Yeah.
And one thing about Galleon is that she gives a bunch of buffs to Sumo MC, which you need to hit that 18 threshold.
Okay. Anything for Ami, Azusa, whatever this character's name is? The dog. Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think for any of those. Maybe budget for autos for Army, but that's about it.
Okay. Anything for Eliza? I know like 2,
Eliza's
3
a fun
War.
character, I think.
You guys like mashed with her or something.
Yeah, there was that skill mash Guild War before Romp was found out. This was back when NM200 was new. But it's a long time since then. We have better skill mesh characters.
Yeah. Okay. I know I've seen some crazy stuff with Catherine before. Have you seen anything, any setups with her?
So last year, Catherine would have been core, and the Guild War before, Catherine would have been core if she was out. So 2 years ago, Catherine would have been core if she was released. Last year, she would have been core if Swan wasn't as good. She was still very good for any setups that use Naru, which is mainly grouping setups. Okay. And the reason is her S3.
Yeah.
S3 max debuffs plus, I think it's the second one.
The one on the right thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and it gives the supplement damage taken. Yeah. Like, because 2 years ago, we were using Hamza.
Yeah. I remember that from you, that you had to like stone it or something.
I had to use Hamza, right? And that was the best 200 setup. Catherine is that, but better because she gives the supplemental debuff as well and gives a buff to Naru, which makes it so that she does more damage and does a skill nuke as well.
Okay.
So Catherine is very good, but she's also very clicky and annoying to click is the other thing. I don't know if you've seen like videos from last year. There were people like doing like browser text size and shit like that just to make her S3 easier to click.
Really?
Yeah. So yeah. Now this year, thankfully, so far I've not seen a setup that requires Catherine S3 for solo once again.
Okay.
Right. For group, I think there is a world where you use it so that you hit like a trio threshold or a quad threshold for like NM250 or something like that. But for solo NM200, you don't need it. Like you saw earlier, we have way more than enough damage. 150, we don't need it. So maybe it becomes a thing for 250 if that's viable for solo. But yeah, as of right now, her damage is overkill, and it doesn't save you anything, and it just adds more time and it's annoying to click. So yeah.
Okay. Anybody on this page from Catherine to Ewiyar?
Catherine to Ewiyar.
So, any of these.
Richard is a budget full auto buffer who gives echo. I don't think he does much else other than that. Seruel has Veil backline. I always get told by my chat, and every time I say this sucks ass, which is the Tune team, which is the Caro Cantate, like those guys.
Yeah.
I doubt it. Like, but I don't know. You can try it, I guess, if you have
playing Rucksack Battle, bro. All the ticking hearts.
And then Lily has like a couple of dispels, but I think we just have way better characters for that. Yeah. And then finally, Ewiyar is a buffer who has like pretty much no utility now. If you're missing Neo, I guess, and your team needs a buffer, which is unlikely if you're just doing full auto. So yeah, that's what I think.
Okay, all right. Nectar, anything?
Nah, pass.
Okay, Kaguya, anything? 250.
Kaguya,
maybe?
people used it once to get the 100% debuff res.
Oh, okay.
But it's very slow. I think you just run Lumberjack or Paladin at that point, honestly.
All right.
Yeah.
Vampy.
Vampy good. Vampy good. Vampy's always weird because like I was comparing her with Neo earlier. But yeah, it's basically the constant battle between Overcap and Raw. Now Vampy's other very useful thing is her S3. So
yeah,
being able to just prevent the boss from doing anything is obviously very powerful. And so far, there hasn't been any single thing in the game that resists this, as far as I know.
Yeah, I think they have to do the thing like Fall, where it's like you can't use a 1-turn thing. So
I guess so. Yeah,
I think
it has to be like the debuff dampening. Yeah. So unless that is a thing, she's gonna be good. So yeah. Yeah, character's good. She got downgraded on the tier list recently to 9.8, I think.
I saw that. Like that. Yeah.
I don't think she was ever a 10, to be fair. I think she was like 9.9. I think 9.8 is a bit harsh. I think she is probably 9.9.
Yeah, I think she's still really good.
Yeah, she's still good. Exactly.
Okay. Vane, another backline character.
Yeah, just backline. That's it.
Okay. I'm guessing not these two. Well, this one has the backline thing too, right?
It has backline, but backline's full in V1 and non-Vesusia, right? It's going to be backline will be one character will be Cuts because he has to come into the front, and Esther will be backline.
Okay.
So yeah, no room. He's just worse than Mirin, pretty much for damage purposes. And Katura will be part of the RF Ogi teams if that ends up being important. Katura is very, very good. That character got a 10 recently, right?
I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest. She's in like.
I think Katura was the one upgraded to a 10. Character's good. Yeah. And like for budget Ogi, right? Like if you're new to the game and you just want to EX plus the boss, you just click Katura 1 as well.
Yeah.
And that's your OTK. Like it's 10 billion seconds lockout, but if you're new to the game, you don't care about that.
I'm a known Katura hater, but I'm gonna be real.
Okay.
Both of her units are kind of disgusting. I'm not gonna lie. Like this one, I really like because I beat Vesusia on all the elements now, and unironically, besides Earth, Wind was actually probably my second favorite one to play. Because like not only do you have the Siete stuff going on, but just the fact that like essentially like with her artifact, she like you can Ogi with like a summon or like cats or something like that, like one turn, and then her thing is up the next, and you just like alternate like over and over and over again. It's actually really fun. So yeah, she's pretty good for the Ogi stuff. But okay.
Katura, character is one of the best uncaps we've got in a while. For sure. Yeah. And it just synergizes with Cuts, and Cuts is very good at the end of the day.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm surprised how good she turned out.
Yeah. All right. So no. Also for Sandolphon, we talked about him before. He may or may not come up, but right now he's like Rebellial.
Yeah.
So nothing for Alter Siete or, I mean, could Friday do anything if there's a day on Friday?
Well, it's Thursdays now too. So the days that overlap with Thursday and Friday is day 1. Sorry, not day 1. Prelims day 1. So if there's a 95 setup that uses Friday and you can cut buttons or something, she's going to be there, which I think is sort of cool. And then the last day, so finals day 4, she's active as well. Okay. So there might be a world where Swan or Skill Mash is better on day 4 because of her.
Leave it to win. That's the only element you're gonna hear say something like that.
So yeah, we'll have to see. She does a lot on. She's a seasonal level character on Thursdays and Fridays. So, well, yeah, we'll have to see. I honestly think on day 3, like, we see how Swan is looking, and then if it looks even half as competitive, then Friday might make it better on day 4.
Okay. All right. Charlotta, anything for
Budget OTK?
Okay, budget OTK. Anything
budget
for
OTK
250? Maybe.
Oh, like manual setups? No, I don't think so. 2 clicking.
No, for like full auto. Or I guess Ogi refresh spam.
Yeah, I guess. Once again, budget teams.
Yeah, okay. No Freyr, I'm guessing. Whoops. I clicked on that.
He has a dispel thing. But that's about it.
Okay.
But yeah.
Lich?
Yeah, good for full auto, and if Swan is good, she'll be good.
Okay.
Yeah. Probably one of the better full auto dispellers. So I would say like good full auto dispellers are like her, Clarisse, and Cassius.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. I'm guessing nothing for these 2 duo units. Nothing. No. Okay. Cats 250
RF.
And backline?
Yeah, 250 RF. Yeah, and backline. Cats will be in every team, regardless, because of his backline passive. If there's one character that's used in every single team every time, it's Cuts.
Yeah.
And it's purely because of backline. But yeah, frontline RF.
Okay. Alea? Anything?
Doubt it.
Okay. Any of these 3?
Any of those 3? No, I don't think so.
Okay. Esta, just backline OTK Swan mash? Anything else?
Those 3. Backline for RF, Swan teams, frontline, and then OTK frontline.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't need S4 for any of these things.
Yeah.
Just you want FLB for backline. And I guess stats for frontline.
Alright. No Yingwei. Ewiyar is, I'm guessing your backline's full. Grimnir, Valentine's.
What does that one do backline? Dodge?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we don't. No. Valentine's Grim is a good 0-button auto attacker. Much like Galleon or Noire.
Okay. Yeah.
And Anilla as well. Some are Anilla. So context dependent who's better.
Gotcha. Okay.
But triple attack flurry, very good.
Yeah. Inyo, potential Swan
potential
spell.
Potential Swan teams. Last year we used it for 90. But 90 is not a thing anymore, right? Because we have 95 now.
Yeah.
So 90 is only a thing if you're farming Celestials. But yeah, last year the team was Swan, Galleon, Enyo, Esther for 90.
Okay.
So there's no reason that doesn't work anymore, right? So I guess if you want to do that. But if you could do that, you can probably do 95 now. So
yeah.
Because it's a very invested setup. Yeah.
All right. Baby Yiggy, anything?
No, I don't think so.
No. Okay. Naru. I think we talked about Naru a lot. Different setups, but just Naru good.
Is Naru good? I would have to say yes. Yeah. I would have to say Naru is good. Yes.
All right.
Looking through your page there.
Yeah, you can start skipping.
I would say it's unlikely that any of these are used in any big capacity.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with Carmelina Uncapped, but I don't believe it brought anything significant.
I saw one Bennu full auto that was slower than everything else. So.
Right. And yeah, Corva's era is sort of over now.
Yeah.
With Bastet. So yeah, Summer Corva is probably dead in a ditch.
All right, let's get this one then.
Yeah.
You can
Summer Nilla. Yeah, Summer Nilla triple attack setups. She gives a lot of damage for 0 buttons.
Yeah.
95 looks good. I'm not sure above 95 at the moment. But I would say Summer Nilla, the funniest thing about this character is that her S3 applies to any element. So
really,
you see her an off element, for her spell.
Oh yeah, didn't people? Well, no,
and light as well.
I don't remember if I remember seeing her get sacked in a different element or something. I don't know. That might have been the other Anilla, actually.
The other Anilla also does for charge bar game, but this one's also used for S3.
Gotcha.
But we tend to not do that in Wind. It's just for her triple attack echoes.
Yeah.
Al Dante, so to speak.
Okay. I think the only other person on here is Neo, right? But we already talked about her.
It's only Neo, and we talked about Neo enough. I think Sakasaha is a cool character, and maybe she's a budget buffer. That also gives echo, but I don't know where you would use this. If you're trying to come up with some manual setup, and you are missing meta things, maybe you can consider her. She gives that echo if you have shield, and her skill gives shield, and she cuts HP, so she activates enmity for Magna, the bloodshed weapon there as well. So
actually,
maybe there's something cool there.
Anything for Summer UL? Didn't she get rebalanced like last year or something?
No, it's a while ago now. Her significant thing is that she does damage when she doesn't take damage. She auto activates her skill.
Very unique
when she
ability.
Doesn't take damage.
Okay.
Yes, exactly.
Gotcha.
And we've never seen it before. It's not like 10 other characters have this exact same condition. And the skill doesn't dispel or anything. I think it's like multi-attack down.
Okay. All right. That might be it. Petra, and this chick.
Nah. Petra can be budget OTK because she auto activates a skill on enemy special. That's about it. And then Ariette. Oh, there was some meme Ariette stuff where she gives triple strike to Naru.
Yeah.
I don't know how effective that is, but it's not something Primal's doing. Okay. Assuming you have Bastet or anything significant like that.
Yeah. All right.
So, yeah.
Well, that's all my characters.
I do want to see like Leisha uncap in the future.
I think a lot of people
see characters like that and Monica.
Yeah, I think a lot of people got scammed because a lot of people were expecting they were gonna do, because you know how they delayed the FLBs this time?
Yeah.
And they did a double. I think people were expecting there was gonna be Lesia and Monica at the same time. That just didn't happen.
Yeah. And then we got two random characters.
Yeah.
Like Sturm and Sen. I mean, we'll see about Sen. But guess what Sen does at the moment?
I don't know.
She does things when she doesn't get hit.
Oh. Hey, maybe she'll do more things when she doesn't get hit.
So, I guess we'll see. Yeah, but that's pretty much Win's identity. Like the agile sort of like fast, like dexterity sort of based thing. So I understand why they do it. It's just I wish some of these did it a little bit more or something a little different.
Yeah.
But yeah, Leisha's a cool character. She's just not modern at all. I can see her working for some like weird manual setups if her kit gets modernized in the future. So yeah, we'll have to see. I don't know how they do it though, because that kit is
very
have you seen
old.
It?
It's very old.
Think like Kaim. It's like almost as complicated as Kaim.
Because she's the one that buffs when you have to press a lot of buttons, don't you?
Yes,
or
you have
something.
to press a lot of buttons.
Because I remember oh my god.
Yeah.
I remember I used her like I remember using her back when Galleon came out. Like the boss, when Galleon the boss came out, I remember using this character. But that's been years ago.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Like her skills, assuming you could like just click them, would be very powerful. It's just you got to work your way up there. Like she gives like 50 echo on one of them. Like 50% echo plus damage cap, I think. Let me check that. 50% echo, 30% cap, 30% wind attack. So like that's nuts. And obviously that being available at the start is sort of
this one
not good, right? It's too strong. So it makes sense that you have to build up into it, but like obviously it's not worth it at the moment.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's all the characters, it's all weapons, it's all summons. Is there anything else you wanna add about Wind in general?
Wind in general?
Yeah.
I think the skill wall, like, okay, so me and I think there's been a general sentiment for Wind, like recent releases with the seasonals and the grands, basically every recent release, limited release, has been very mediocre outside of Bastet, which is a summon. And getting cool summons is like one thing, but getting a cool character is something completely different, right? And having like everything sort of be mediocre or barely okay is like, it's sort of demotivating, right? In a sense, right? Earth has felt this way like in past years too. So, right. But despite all of that, I think Win setups this Guild War, whether that is on the back of a Exo weapon or other things like Romp, is looking to be really good, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's probably going to be the best setups we've ever had for any Guild War, which is understandable because we get the Exo weapon. But like, even if we didn't have it, it was looking very competitive to something like Dark, and most people would say Dark was really good going into Guild War with Zariel and Erish and things like that. So I think it's very easy to sort of like just look at the characters and be like, oh, Win's setups are bad, or they're going to be bad, or whatever. But if you look at it from a vacuum, and if you ignore the fact that the things that we're using aren't necessarily new, it's still very powerful, right?
Yeah.
And this is probably why they've been very careful about some of their recent character kits to make sure that it doesn't get out of hand. Because I do think like 1 or 2 releases that are too strong would make it like significantly better. So yeah, I think like a lot of the negative sentiment comes from just the quality of the characters and the fact that like, as always, like you can't really bar farm or whatever. But I personally don't really care about that. It's mainly about like the setups in Guild War, and the setups in Guild War to me this time look relatively fun.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I guess
optimistic.
Well, good. One question I was gonna ask you, and this extends a little bit past Guild War. This is just a general sentiment. Since you are the Wind player, do you still enjoy Wind right now throughout all the seemingly random releases or mediocre releases or not a lot changing? Do you still enjoy it? And then you don't have to go into like super depth with any fights or anything like that, but just are you still happy that you're a Wind like player, like a Wind main, or do you feel like you want to jump ship?
I do. No, well, because I think this is mainly because of how I chose Wind to be my main element, which is purely because it had characters and playstyles that I liked and enjoyed, and that doesn't really change.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. If I had jumped onto Wind because it was meta and then it fell out of meta, then this would be a very different answer, right? But because I picked Wind because I like the characters here. I like the concept of the element and things like that. No, I don't really feel any regret or the fact that I don't want to jump ship or anything like that. Yeah. Obviously getting new toys is fun, right? And I wish we did get a new toy for this Guild War. Because if we are looking at everything that we're using, it's things that have released more than a year ago. Galleon, Vampy, Naru, Neo, Noir. Like all of these things are not news, right? There's nothing new there. Yeah. The only thing right now is maybe Raphael Fist. And I would say that's, once again, getting a new character is one thing compared to getting a new summon or like a new weapon. Like Swan was something new, and that was exciting, right? Even if it is only good for a Guild War, that's one thing. But Raph Fist isn't really being used for Raph. Like it is because of its buffs, but like it's a different feeling when Swan does something different, right? Romp does something different. Raph is being used because it's a fist that happens to give buffs, right? That's a different feeling altogether. So yeah, like despite Raph is new, technically there's something else that's also like, I guess Romp rebalance is also exciting to some extent. But yeah, there's nothing new, so it's a bit disappointing on that front. Yeah, and I guess going into next year, I hope that there's something new, whether that's like a character, like whether that's a character. Yeah, I mean, it really has to be a character, right? We've had new things like Bastet, but it's it's just that would be nice for the next Guild War. But I think this Guild War will still look significantly different than previous ones,
Yeah.
despite using similar things. So that I'm happy with. And like I said, I think the setups this skill war are looking good, regardless of whether there are new things or not.
Well, good. I'm glad, because people always ask me about, like, people, because I've become a ranter person. So people ask me to do like the win rant. I'm like, that's not my element. Go tell DY to do that. But like, I've never really gotten a chance to like sit down and ask, like, how do you really feel about like the element and stuff? Because I like you said, Earth's gone through the same thing, and it's still low key kind of going through the same thing still. But it's just like, at the same time, it's like, it kind of becomes, and I can tell this too from having to play the other elements and Versusia, man. Like, even though Earth is super jank with a lot of stuff, it's like, that's still my Ellie though. Like, it feels like home in comparison to all the other Ellies. Just like, what's even happening with half of this other stuff?
Yeah.
So it's like, once you get like, because I chose Earth for kind of similar reasons to you for win. Like, I didn't pick Earth because of meta stuff. So it's like, for me, it's like I picked Earth because I liked Earth. So it's like, even through thick and thin, I still stay with Earth, even though I yell about it a lot. But yeah, so I'm glad you're still enjoying the element. But,
yeah, like if I get a choice on what element to pick for any content for whatever reason, then it's going to be wind always first.
Yeah, and
then it's going to be looking at other things if I am forced to. But
yeah. Well, that's all I had. So if you don't have anything else, we're good.
No, that's it, I think.
Okay.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you for not only joining, but thank you for joining on short notice, because I was just telling them like yesterday, because the thing about it is I gotten my wisdom teeth out, so I haven't really been thinking about this in general. And then my friend had brought up that Guild War was soon, and I was like, oh snap, I didn't even ask anybody, because I try and ask people like, you know, a couple weeks ahead of time, like, are you going to be available for this? And then we can try and set a time. But you were right there, and then we literally did it today. So thank you.
That's all good. Yeah. It's things I enjoy talking about anyways.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, that's all I got. So thanks for joining.
All right. Thank you for having me.
Oh, we can split up here. I will see you later.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.